Okay. The lullaby of woe is playing in the background. A man with a ponytail and severe facial scarring is kneeling in front of a fire with two swords. That can only mean one thing. Professor Donkey Man rides a game. I would have loaded the game, but I saved just after starting a mission last time, so I just felt like starting the recording from the main menu, and then we'd just go straight into the mission, rather than messing around with anything else. I realise I haven't really done anything with the mutations as well, so that's a thing I might look into. Have I done anything with mutations? I honestly can't remember. I think I did, right? And I've never been back because I haven't done anything. For main page, mutations, blood and wine. How do I access them? Is it the menu? Hang on. I don't think it's the menu. Someone is scribbling on a table really loudly. Not that menu. Oh, right. Mutations. What was I going towards? Research mutation is freaking out there. I think it was that one, but I could be wrong. Maybe I was just keeping it to that one. I honestly can't remember what my plan was. I assume if it isn't activated, wow, research mutation really is freaking out. Right. Cool. This is largely not going to get used, I assume, because I'm probably not going to get the ability points for it. That was very loud. I apologize. Right. Check the Count Bell Doll's map to find good spots from which to spot animals. I pressed the wrong button straight away because your streamer is a fool of the highest caliber. No, it'll be inventory. It'll be in the inventory. I hate how this inventory works. I've said it before. I'll probably say it again. Always know where your spoon collection is, chat. Why am I holding that? Oh, alright. I don't need it. I think I've done that quest. That was the quest to unlock mutations, but you know, I'll keep it anyway. Sure is a map of Tucson. Okay. Is that not the right map? No, that was the map. Also, why is it not classed as a quest item? Nothing is highlighted on this map. What? What?
An excellent day for capturing moments.
Yeah, but... Okay. Order for wine from Tucson, Baron Aronioni, 2 firkins of Estest, 1 firkin of Pomelo. Note, if there is no Pomelo, you can send MRS. Nobody will know the difference. Master Bivardi, 1 firkin of Fiorano, 3 bottles of Everluce. Note, take an additional demijohn of Everluce for Master Bivardi's wife, as thanks to her magical ointment for Clarissa. Miss Lucinda, 1 firkin of Carvanere, 8 bottles of Vermentino, 2 demijohns of Coronata. Note, she hasn't paid for the last delivery yet. Yeah, but, like, what map? What map? It's not telling me anything. Ah! I don't know what mission that accounts ledger pertains to, by the way, but I picked it up. Is it this map? Has to be this map, because the other one's not a map of Toussaint. Graveyard at a crossroads. I went the wrong way, don't mind me. Next to some water. Well, let's pick the biggest water first. Don't think it's that. This not really matching up. I assume it's that map. Hang on. Just so I know, just so I'm not wasting everyone's time, just so I know what map I'm actually supposed to be looking at. Contracts. Big Game Hunter. Oh, okay. So I was right in that it wasn't the map of Old Toussaint, but it's not Jean Ludovic's map either, because I couldn't remember the name of the hunter. It's called Count Belladol's map, which makes sense because that's his name. Which I'm not sure the game ever saw fit to give me. Hey, guess what map the game hasn't given me? Let's check it's not anywhere on there that I haven't seen. Well. Huh. I guess I can reload and see if it gives it to me. Distinguished Count, as you ordered, we have found out where the creatures of interest to you live. All the places are marked on the map attached to the package. Notwithstanding, I feel obligated to warn you against approaching any of the dwelling places without an experienced hunter or hunters and at least several weapons. In the month in which you intend to travel, the Duchy Panthers are caring for their young, while centipedes are particularly active gathering stores of fat tissue before winter. As head of the Guild of Local Hunters and Trackers, I recommend taking a guide from our organisation. Please let us know if you are interested. I shall personally make sure that your escort is made up of the best and most experienced people. With expressions of deep respect, Olivier de la Braga, Duchy of Toussaint Guild of Hunters and Trackers. I still don't have the map.
An excellent day for capturing moments.
Okay, this is unfortunate. I will load this because I'm assuming based on the timestamp that it's before I started the mission. I'm just going to accept the mission without haggling, and we'll see if that fixes the issue. Because I don't really need the money. Apparently he also says yes to whatever amount you propose, which is incredible. But again, I don't need the money, so... Why is web captioner like this? I just checked the captions, and some of them are a bit questionable. Oh, you can't see it, chat, but I have a sweet new art print kind of just above the frame here. I just banged my elbow on my desk. It was worth it to point out the fact that I have an art print that you can't see. It's a Bulbasaur. Some friends sent it over for my birthday, which was really nice of them. Okay. Get the book, read it. So there's the map that the game never gave me. If this doesn't work, I'll go to the spots. I'll go to the spots anyway.
Greetings.
Greetings? Forgive me.
Thanks.
But Count, you exaggerate. My guards, as you've no doubt. I'm a... yes.
Count.
I'm just skipping through all the dialogue because we heard it last time. And if you're watching this on YouTube, obviously you saw it at the end of the last. You heard it at the end of the last video.
Need some
In the round of this device.
a pair.
It's like a Well, that's more... Well,
I'll take the job. No
Doesn't
haggling.
seem hard.
sublime. Before coming here, I dispatched a request...
Good thinking. It'll save us some time. Won't need to track. Ready to go?
Yes, let's...
Silly box. Okay, it's giving me the map now, so that's great. Cool. Right, so I'm looking for mountain ranges going southeast to northwest. Or hills, I should say.
Seems I got the map, so I'll lead.
Oh, no, never mind. It's on the map. So, I guess last time it just never gave me the map. Grand. This game is so well programmed. However, they're on the map now, so we'll just rather than using the map, I'm just going to go to the waymarkers. Ooh, giant centipedes, huh?
Wouldn't rather be out here with those guards of yours?
You jest. It's deliverance to emerge from under their wings.
Deliver us.
They're overprotective, oppressively so. I wish to admire the wildlife, preserve it, not watch them kill it in a fit of misguided fear for my life.
What if the wildlife attacks us?
Then we shall have no other recourse. I do not wish to be something supper. For you?
Ideally, no.
But as long as they remain calm, we've no need to provoke them. It's of the utmost importance to me, in fact.
Yes. Protect the wild. Okay, that guy doesn't care about walls. I'll take his route. He seems to know where he's going. I don't want to run in case there's more dialogue, but at the same time, walls are for other people. They really are. Right, we're just going to run. There doesn't appear to be more dialogue, and I can always stop if there is. I guess jog would have been a better thing to do. Can I jog? No, I can run or walk. I can't really jog.
Map says there should be panthers around here. Heard something. Grunting, panting. Something like a bear.
Oh, I'm not the least bit eager to come face to mug with a bear. We should move on.
That's my plan. I'm just getting you away from it. Dude, run. There's a bear back there. Didn't you see it? It's huge. It'll murder you. We're going to take a nice wide berth back to the road. And there we go. I, for a fraction of a second, went to press the wrong button then. But I caught myself.
Hear that? Panthers.
Frankly, I did not hear a thing. Clearly, your senses are far more acute than mine. I must rely on them.
I am a witcher, my dude. I am a witcher.
Damn poachers. Snares. Looks like they were hoping for a bear. Panther got caught instead.
Look, a cub. Will you help Mother?
Give it a shot. Gotta calm her first. Likely to lunge at us otherwise.
Brilliant. You freeing her. A superb image.
Alright, can I do my thing now? Thank you.
Folk call witches heartless. This will put the lie to that.
A pair of Stysomacs upset the animals. Better get out of here.
Not sure
Not
Geralt
right,
actually
folks.
did anything then.
Content you share my love for animals.
Got pretty broad interests for a man of the city.
I suppose I dabble in my share of things.
I think he just crouched down by the bear trap and willed it open with the power of his brain.
Wine, nature, painting. I imagine the life of a witcher must be rather more monotonous. With all due respect.
It is. Never boring, though.
I, for one, cannot fathom only ever consorting with the same creatures, day in and day out.
Got a wife?
Yes? What's that got to do with anything?
Nothing. Just asking.
Oh, Geralt. Oh, whoops, that was a grenade. Geralt, you do make me titter. So notice he's got a lens on his wrist as well. That's cool. I don't want to.
Hear him.
It's those...
Centipedes. Giant. Underground tunnel burrowers. Make a distinct sound. We can use that to track them.
Have I tracked anything by sound yet? I don't think I have. This is the first time. I realised there was no reason to walk, so I'm running.
Sounds loud and clear here. Must be near the nest. We're here.
Well, this vantage point's no good. I shan't capture a good image from here.
All right, wait. We'll find you a better spot that's safe, too. Tread lightly. Giant centipedes sense the softest sounds, the lightest vibrations. You wake one up, it wakes up angry.
You know what? I half expected him to keep walking and into triggering the lair. He didn't. But I thought he might.
Here, maybe. Distance seems right. Light's not bad either.
Yes, this will work perfectly.
Don't do it. Oh, thank God. Half expects him to run straight through the nest and take the most direct route to get here.
Can you lure them out?
Give me a minute. Need to think. Vibrations. Gotta send some through the ground. I'll try tossing a bomb or casting a sign. And you watch out. Don't get any closer.
Stay here, dude. I'm gonna have to kill some... centipedes.
An excellent day for capturing.
Okay, I tried to dodge. Wait for the cat to preserve the centipedes.
Exactly what I want.
How long you gonna make me
Disturb
wait?
them and
Yeah, about that. I remembered they do that. Hope. It kind of jumped backwards then. That wasn't me, right? I'm trying to get my sword to level up, but it does so much damage that things die before I can get the stacks on it. There we go.
Oh, thank you. Truly magnificent that was. We can move on now.
Can we? I don't have to kill more things.
Exhilarating. Positively exhilarating. Thank you. I've one more request. Local peacocks performing their mating ritual. I'd love to see that. Apparently, a flock dwells not far from here.
We can go. Just don't count on peeping at them while they mate. Season ended a month back.
Oh, that's terrible. I so wish to capture their splendorous tails in full bloom. Is there nothing you can do if they prove uneager to present? Perhaps challenge them somehow? Goad them?
What did you have in mind? Don't have a tail myself, and I'm not likely to sprout one anytime
Oh,
soon.
please. Please let me game.
Thoughts were more along the lines of witcher magic. They say you can exert influence over lesser creatures.
Yeah, guess I can try. Can't promise you anything, though.
Splendid. Consider me contented. I cannot pinpoint the flock's location, but a hunter I know told me a few likely spots. I'll mark them for you.
All right. Let's go find some peacocks.
Sorry, I realised that I'm covering the subtitles. So I'll do what I did before and just cover up my health bar. You can tell when I'm getting low. Don't worry, I'll start panicking and get flustered. Also, he's just walking in circles, so that's cool. He's doing the shepherd spin. I respect that. Just imagining Henry Cavill's Geralt having this conversation is hilarious. I would love to see Henry Cavill have this conversation as Geralt. There we go. There's the little box in situ. I'll put him out of his misery. I'll also clear the waypoint from the map. Whoop.
I was wondering, why peacocks?
My daughter is rather fond of them. There will be a treat for her.
I feel like there's more to it than that, but okay, I'm not going to press. Literally can't. It's not an option.
We're close. Eyes in the back of your head.
They're peacocks, not predators. So they will scratch you, obviously. Tracking them by sound again. Ah!
A feather from the rump, coated in suet. Cock shed it recently and the suet's got a distinct scent. Ought to be able to track the flock.
A witcher in action. What a treat to watch.
Really? They had to put it through a tree? Could probably have just done this by following the noises, in all fairness.
Hear that? They're calling to each other.
Fabulous. We're getting close.
No. The clothing I'm going to make from these peacock feathers will be fabulous. These are just noisy.
Oh, that's lovely. Now, if they could just splay the tails.
See what I can do. Find a good spot.
Ready? Use your magic, Witcher.
I did.
Oh, this'll be a masterpiece.
That peacock's tail is...
Smile, please.
Okay. Smiling.
Watch out! Giant centipede!
Centipede attack!
Oh, you killed them already.
Clearly not all. Get back!
Press X to doubt. Yep.
Ah, Geralt, save me.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Ah, Geralt, save me.
Dude, I'm doing my job. Stop asking me to do my job. I'm doing it.
direction.
Okay. I freaking hate these centipedes so much. Oh my gosh, just stay up! Right. No more Mr. Nice Professor Donkey Man. Have a grenade. It did nothing. The centipede did not care about the grenade in the slightest. Fire. Let's try fire. Have some fire. I didn't really care about that either.
Do not look in my direction.
Slow down. Ah, I hit it from the wrong side. I was trying to move around, but you can't interrupt attacks in this, like you can in other games. What are you doing over there? How dare you? There we go. I can't believe it's taken me this long
All over now.
to realise I can.
That was tense. I believe I've had my fill of excitement for today.
Can't believe it took me this long to realise I can drop an Erden trap for the giant centipedes. I've only been playing this DLC for quite some time.
What a wonderful adventure.
Get everything you wanted?
Yes.
In that case, time to get back to your camp. Returning your lord to you, safe and sound.
You've our gratitude, Master.
You see, lads, there was nothing to fear.
It's everything to
Thank
fear.
you, Witcher,
You seen the
for
size of
looking
those
after our dear
centipedes?
Count. Seems the jaunt did 'em wonders. Breathed some new life into 'em.
Wait here a moment, Geralt. I have to fetch my coin pouch. Pay my dues.
New life? He was feeling down.
His daughter's dead.
Made no mention, did he? 10 years back, his last, Clarissa's her name, took a spill off her horse.
Ah.
Been bedridden ever since. Cannot walk of her own. She'd been the life of the house before the calamity. A merry sprite what filled every corner with joy. Count would oft take her out on trips. She loved animals too. Excursions he makes now, or rather, paintings he brings home. They's her only window on the wider world.
Sorry to make you wait.
Told you there's more to
I
it.
was dead chuffed to be able to observe you in action. To confirm for myself there that the tales about you were not exaggerated in the slightest. You showed discipline, reliability, responsibility. I dare say you'd make the ideal business associate. It's a shame you've no interest in the wine trade.
One day, maybe.
Your reward. Use it well.
Chuffed is a word that means
Thanks.
happy or
I've
excited.
one other matter I wish to broach.
Go
In
on.
a few days' time, I shall exhibit my work for some friends, my coterie, so to speak. Would you come by?
Sure. I'm going to stop doing that now. I'm sorry.
Why not, if I'm in the area?
Splendid. In that case, I shall see you at my lodgings. I'm staying with a friend while in Toussaint, near a village named Francolar.
I'll be by. See you.
Not. So, it's the only Geordie in the entire game. And I'm confused as to why. Wait until noon tomorrow and go to the picnic. Or I could just go to the picnic now and then wait until noon tomorrow. Big brain play. Pamparam. Hey, fair chance. How you doing? With the random trumpets in chat. Oh, I keep meaning to check how long I've actually been playing this game for. So, in 2 years, I have played... Nearly 2 years, I should say. 145 hours and 58 minutes. Wonderful. I suppose technically I could actually have gone to Cova Bianco, but Andy Warhol's weird fancy road trip. Yeah, it was a quest. Until noon. All my buffs are going to go, so that's great. But I'll go back to Corvo Bianco and redo them. No, there is.
Both male and female Beauclair centipedes are formidable predators. The bees prefer to hunt in packs, yet the author of this extraordinary work was able to capture a lone specimen
Who was?
preparing to attack. Cast your eye
The bait
on the
was.
hunter, who, though fully aware of the danger, wears a look of cold determination on his face as he awaits the optimal moment to strike.
Why a selfie?
Ah, Geralt.
Why?
Here.
Why does he
Wonderful.
duck
Come,
face?
please.
Also, he
Delighted
paints
to
very
see
quickly.
I've a small gift for you, and I shan't let you refuse. You are free to sell it, of course, though I would be honoured were you to hang it in your home.
Thanks.
It did look like she was warming her hands on the painting, yes.
Good crowd. You got a lot of friends. All of them seem to be fawning over your paintings, too.
Oh, when you have as much coin as I do, friends buzz around like flies on fresh meat. And they praise you to high heavens for each trip, burp and sneeze. Not all are lying sycophants, that's not what I mean. Just most, unfortunately.
Why bother? Why even invite them around?
I'm a man of enterprise, and must put my trade before any personal hatreds or sympathies. Besides, at times, I'll exhibit a completely failed painting, just to listen to them twist their tongues into knots, trying to find just the right superlatives to
Take your pleasures
lather
where you
on
can.
smeared rubbish. Naturally, the more intent someone is to get into my good graces, the louder they praise my masterpiece. It's devilish fun, I tell you.
That's fair. I respect that hustle.
Talked to your guards back at the camp. Told me about Clarissa. Sorry to hear about her accident.
Thank you. Kind words that mean a great deal to me.
How's Clarissa these days? Probably can't wait for you to get back.
To get her gifts, you mean? I've dispatched 2 already. She'll not need to wait for my return. En route home, I mean to pass through Dol Blathana. They
Nope,
say
Valley
you
of
can
Plenty.
see Sylvans there.
Yeah, actually happen to know one. Name's Torquay. He can be mean, but for the right fee, he'll do anything you ask.
Splendid. I thank you for the hint.
Tell him I send my regards.
That'll scare him into behaving.
Nice meeting you. So long now.
Right. I'm gonna go back to Corvo Bianco to get my boofs. My boofs chat. I'm gonna get my boofs left. And then we're gonna go and stroke Reginald. Oh, hang on.
My deepest regards.
What up? I'm sorry. I went the wrong way, didn't I? Probably did. Never mind. I don't care. Secretly cares a lot. Cries on the inside. Cow! Moo! Top tier streaming. Does that word relate to what you have to do to get them? Or the boofs? Well, I guess I have to boof Reginald, right? Wait. Nope. Call it Bianco. There we are. Get my buffs. Hang my painting. We've got a painting to hang. That's very important to do, otherwise it'll be in my inventory for the rest of the game. I might also deposit the giant centipede albumen just to get all my spoons in the line. Right, where can I hang this painting for maximum effect? Boom, dining room. There we go. Wait, hang on. I know where I can put it. That's Isabel and Uffiard. Oh, I thought there was another painting spot up here. Nah, I'll leave that there. Was that their names? It's been so long. The guy I got the sword from. You know the sword. That sword, in fact. Over here. I'm going to check the painting now just to see how wrong I was. Iris and Olgierd. I was almost right with Isabel and Offred. Considering the last time I played this was probably the start of August. I need to sleep. I still don't have any trophies for these yet. Oh, okay. Cool. I have a golden fist. Grand. I had forgotten there was a picture of naked Geralt next to his bed. Whilst I'm doing this, if anyone is interested, tomorrow, as of date of recording, 16th of November, apparently tomorrow morning, the UK game retailer, will have PlayStation 5s in stock if you're looking out for that, because they only make like 2 at a time. So, go crazy. Crash the website. Please don't crash the website. I'll stash those, why not? As I said, though, I'm here to stash the mutated giant centipede albumin so that I can put all my spoons in a row. I'm still not sure where all of the weight is. Oh. No, why? I assume it's 3.79 total, not 3.79 each. Maybe I should use some of the bolts. Looking good, Geralt. Looking real good. There's Ciri in her dress. As Punk in the scarcity, I would fully expect each PS5 to be handcrafted and engraved. That's fair. I think I read that Sony are lessening lowering the commitment to the number of PS5s they're making, just because they can't keep up with it.
Who would have thought? Knights trading in wine while some witcher guards the colony.
Right, let's go and strike Reginald anyway. Yeah, it's kind of a similar thing with Xbox, really, because it's the 20th anniversary of the Xbox this year, as well as obviously Halo Infinite, and there's the limited edition Xbox Series X for Halo Infinite, and it's like, yeah, cool, you can make them. You can say that you'll sell them, but they'll be like 5. Let's face it, 5 or 10 at most. I was about to say I don't really get limited edition currencies, but I'm playing this on the Gears of War Xbox Series X, which is it's a gorgeous Xbox, and the controller is beautiful. So I get it from that regard, but I just don't understand collection for collection's sake. It's perfect storm of COVID impacting supply lines for chips and usual crypto bullshit. Oh yeah, most definitely.
Where we look after your coin as if it were our own, and the customer's always right. How might I be of service?
Oh, thank the maker, she has stepped out of that other woman's personal self.
Some coin.
By all means.
Good old crypto, it's the future.
Ever at your service, sir.
So something I haven't looked into, and I doubt it, but with there's a really nice dress. With the nope. With the currency exchanges in the game. Again, I highly doubt it, but is there a fluctuating market rate, or do you just get the same amount every time? Hey Reginald, long time. Don't mind me, just coming in for a quick grope.
Can't believe I'm actually doing
Oh
this.
yeah, that's the stuff, Geralt.
Where are you skittering?
I believe I have 2 more contracts. Yes. We're going to do bovine blues last. The Tufo monster. What's the backstory for this one? Customs in Tucson differ markedly from those observed in the north. The fashions differ. Folk drink wine instead of rye vodka, beer or mead, and women are generally more amorous while men are more attentive to their own appearance. It's quite likely the 2 latter issues are linked. There is one custom, however, that remains unchanged both south and north of the Uruga. Namely, faced by a monster problem, folk post a notice on a notice board, in which notice they promise to pay a reward, and then they pray a witcher happens by and reads it. The owner of the Tufo vineyard did just as this custom ordains, and as it happened, Geralt was the one to find his note. No mention of fluctuations would have been a less reactive economy overall, I guess. True. I guess it could have been tied to story progress with the whole spoilers for a 5-year-old game. Redanian rebellion thing. I totally didn't assassinate the king. I don't know what you're on about. Actually, I don't think I did. I think I set it up but didn't actually do it. I think someone else did it. I think it was Philippa? If I recall correctly, not Tucson. Temeria. Did I say? Hang on. Hang on. It's been too long. This area. Velen? Oh, former Temerian province. I think Velen's now a vassal state of Nilfgaard. Oh yeah, and then Redania is like up here or whatever, but the king's dead, so.
I'll be. There was a time the knights would simply drive off that sort of...
Keep calm! Start no brawls!
I'm sorry, did he just say keep calm and start no pros? What have you got against pros? What? Okay, cool. Moving on. Gotta see a man about a monster. The monster is not his penis. Head out of the gutter, chat. Head out of the gutter. Oh god, I'd forgotten about Screamy Son.
Yeah? What is it?
Now, why does one summon a witcher, To inquire about the gossip currently flowing about the court?
Well, you might.
I have a problem with a beast.
Ah, you the one posted the notice? Go on then, spit it out. What's it about?
First, my dear witcher, we must establish ground rules. Given the vast difference in our respective
Please slap that man.
social
Just name him in the balls.
I'm sorry to say, I take umbrage
Rule
at the
3.
familiar tone
Kick him in the
you
grunk
take.
nuts.
I expect
Grok nuts.
deference. I expect you to address me as Sir, or better yet, as Monsieur de Bourbeau.
Well, sir, I am the expert here.
Listen, friend. There's an enormous difference between us, but it's not about
Why would you
status.
piss off this guy?
It's about me having 2 swords on my back, and you having none. So I'll call you whatever I want, and you either deal with that or solve your monster problem yourself.
You respect me as an expert, and I respect you as an a-hole. Cool.
The gall. I shall file a complaint with your guild.
Make sure you address it to customer service. Kaer Morhen, Kedwin.
What a modern joke.
Now talk, before I change my mind and go.
Naughtlings and their manners. Very well. Let us get this over with. Something has infested my vineyard.
Great. Let me go prepare my something oil then.
I beg your pardon?
Need more information than that. Where was this
Like
something
anything.
seen? Any witnesses? Bodies to examine?
Therein lies the rub. None has seen the beast. We've only heard signs of its presence, a strange scratching and shrieks. Neither are there any corpses to inspect. Men simply disappear without a trace.
Okay. Cool, cool.
Noises you mentioned. Where do they come from?
Where do they go? Where do they come from?
Well,
Cotton Eye, Monsieur de Bourbon.
Everywhere.
Bobo.
But they're most clearly audible in the wine cellar.
Means the monster must dwell underground. When are the noises loudest?
In the night, just as they were years ago, when the buildings quaked. Another expert agreed to look into the matter then, but was never thereafter seen nor heard of.
Haven't we been to another place where the Earth kind of consumed a wine cellar or two? You can always add insult to insult. You're not wrong.
Who's disappeared, if you don't mind my asking?
Most recently some farmhand, I believe.
Despite the vast difference in social status, you remember the farmhand's name, maybe?
No. You must speak to my wife. She has more collegial relations with this household help. She's away at the moment visiting her mother, but should return forthwith. Oh, that should suffice with the questions. Now tell me, will you take the contract? Yay or nay?
I'm doing this
Depends.
matter of principle.
What kind of reward are we talking about?
500. Ooh, will he go to 525?
Fine. Seems I must take the loss. Agreed.
Let's take the lot. Dude, you're going to pay me anyway.
Fine, I'll do it. Need to look around here first. Then I'll want to talk to Madame de Bourbeau.
Very well. I shall inform you once she has returned. Meanwhile, the key to the cellar. Just... whatever you do, please do not disturb the wine barrels.
I will be right back, Monsieur de Boo-Boo. Got him.
I wonder if I can get a loan from Cianfinelli. And if I were to put up my wife as surety.
Yeah, dude, those trees are not going in around your watch. Are they sleeping? Oh, probably.
It's quiet. Guess the monster actually is nocturnal. Gotta wait till dark.
Starts banging the walls. Hey, you! You're all freaking terrible barrels. You are all absolutely the worst. No one cares about you. No one cares about the grape juice you are fermenting. No one even cares about the wood you are made from. I am the barrel devourer. I am here to end your life. Consider yourselves disturbed. I am out. Also, there's a fake wall here. Imagine if you handed a key to your plumber or something and just turned and flung himself over a 15-foot wall. Is that not what plumbers do? Is that not what they do? Guess I'll wait. Whoop. They're coming at a weird time. I was told not to disturb the barrels, so I
Alright,
did my thing. Hey Ari, how you doing? Ha!
Shattered dishes. Got knocked off the shelf somehow.
It's always a weird time.
Off, maybe?
Yeah, you know what? It is.
Rats. Not known to kidnap farmhands.
I mean,
What the?
depends on the size of the rat, really. Is there now a mysterious hole in the wall? Yes. Hey, can I, Okay. I don't know if I was going to get an optional objective to talk to the guy's wife, but I guess not.
A tunnel?
You know, matter of principle. That's what I think about your barrels, dude. It's always sunny in Tucson, it really is.
Can finally see something.
The game forces me to take out a torch. Cool, cool. All of my favourite people in chat right now. It's amazing.
Kicky Moors?
You... It did nothing.
What now, you piece of filth?
I think that got an extra stack on the sword. It's kind of hard to tell. Whoops, daisy. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, that's my buffs all gone as well. Whoops, that's on me. Gone and done him a favour. Charred barrels for aging wine will lend a wonderful smooth mellow flavour. Oh no, I'm going to go back and incinerate them. So I unequip the sword, which gives my armor and sword bonus. It means my armor and sword bonuses never fade. And every other bonus faded instead. This game is a masterpiece of programming. It's perfect in every way. There's absolutely no reason anyone should dunk on it. It's the best game I've ever played. Or at least with whiskey. Yeah, I'm not sure it'll do the same with wine, if I'm being honest.
Goes on and on this tunnel.
CD Projekt Red makes very good, very stable games, clearly. Just ignore the, ignore the quests I can't finish because they're bugged. Blows Woodamouth out the river. Tucson must reclaim its sovereignty. True, very true. I'm gonna go up.
Should be able to break through.
I'm facing the wrong way, fool. Up is apparently where I'm supposed to go. I love this game's maps where it's like, hey, you can continue here. Can you heck? I was about to make a joke about Tucson wanting to go back to black
Damn it,
passports.
it's getting away.
Because that's what happened in the UK after the Brexit thing happened. The blue passports came out kind of black. Except Nilfgaard's main colour is black, so I assume that'll be the case anyway. If Nilfgaard indeed... Oh, hang on. Just gonna do a bit of pest control. Anything up here? No.
Damn it. Young could hatch any minute.
Burn!
Last one.
Yeah. I was actually going for the metal, but I guess that works too. Right, oh, more.
What now, you piece of milk?
Cracked getting more eggs by the minute. Something's been feeding on them.
Yes, between the actual monsters and the quest give you got 2 for the price of... Oh, you son of a... there's a reason we're friends. Yes, I did get 2 for the price of 1. You're not wrong. Oh. Didn't know if anything would happen. So something's eating the eggs. Nope, it's definitely in this area. What am I missing?
No kicking more dug this. Tunnels are the work of something much bigger. Something with heavy, wide claws. Water coursing. Underground stream. Monster I'm looking for lives underground, digs tunnels, feeds on kikimores, and is big. Very big.
Okay, maybe it's
Won't
penis.
learn anything else here. Time to go back to the surface.
Killed the kikimores though. So that's always good. Now have Kiki less? More like Kiki none. Kiki more money for me, am I right? She's very tall.
Sacre bleu.
That is not how you spell sacre bleu. Oh, that was terrible.
What is the meaning of this? I'm paying you to slay a monster, not demolish my property.
Property's falling apart on its own, what with all the tunnels under it. I'd fill those in soon if you don't want your building to collapse.
Tunnels? Fiddle my fun.
I'd rather
How did
not.
tunnels appear down there?
That is not the nature of our relationship.
Something dug 'em. A large creature.
Some
Also
pet
killed
and
a few
Kiki fewer.
kikimores down there and destroyed their eggs. Consider it a half favor. Won't cost you much.
Kikimore eggs. Yes, of course, good work. Indeed, a reward is due.
Ooh, I leveled up. Nice.
Madame de Bourbeau, I presume? Hear you know something about the missing farmhand.
Jean-Luc?
Picard?
Yes. We went to examine this year's seedlings. Something had been nibbling at them. Then we heard these odd noises. Jean-Luc went to reconnoiter and never returned.
Madame, could you describe Jean-Luc?
Tall, exceedingly well built. Hair black as pitch.
Can't be Picard then.
Dear, concentrate. There is not a peasant that is not well built. They work in the fields all day. He means scars, birthmarks, that sort of thing.
Then none, I suppose. But he did wear a pendant around his neck. A silver one.
Silver jewelry on a farmhand?
It was a
Jean-Luc
gift, I
Van
believe.
Damme.
Or that is what he claimed.
Should be enough to go on.
Then what are you fritting
I've got a
around
joke.
here for?
Wait
Get
till the
to
end.
work.
More like Jean-Luc Van Damme! I'll high five myself for that. See, hiding in the closet from her husband? Probably.
Please, find Jean-Luc.
Perhaps I can turn these tunnels into an extended cellar.
Perhaps you can, Monsieur du Bobo. Just read that as what are you frotting around here for and had to double take? Yeah, no frotting on this channel. Twitch doesn't like it.
The guard brings peace to our domains. Flout its writ and rot in chains.
Why don't you like prose? That's cutting off your face to spite your nose.
All thumbs today.
Hello, peasant. I'm sorry. I'm gonna continue on. We're gonna ignore I did that. Sorry, 1 second. I'll simply read from the Wikipedia article. Frot or frotting is a non-penetrative form of male-to-male sexual activity that usually involves direct penis-to-penis contact. I think it's sword fighting? Rubbing, holding, masturbating two penises together for sexual pleasure. There you go. That's what frotting is. You asked. Now you know.
Bread's really stale. Been here a while. Blanket was laid out here.
Oh wow, I'm not focused. I mean, I'm always unfocused. It's the way my brain works. I apologize. I don't have to resort to the power of the thumb today, though. Hey, where's that peasant? She knows the power of the thumb. There we go.
Blanket was laid out here.
I do need the rule of thumb. Super Tim compared to what you thought it would have been. Hey, look, like Twitch can barely cope with you know, straight romance and attraction. Am I gay?
Footprints. 2 sets.
Yeah. When I'm playing on the console, I can really easily fix the webcam issue because it doesn't obscure OBS in any way. Let's go left.
Felled trees, as if something rolled over them. So a Shalmar.
I was hoping it wasn't Shalmar.
They dig tunnels and move like that.
Okay, I'm going to put a pin here and see if I can follow the tracks the other way to see what happens there. Samurai 2 Marshall are slightly more ominous than the actual location. What, as in the game? Oh, I guess there's... I know its name means without return. I guess just ends.
Trail ends here. Looks like she went back to the manor.
Yep, someone was having it on with Jean-Claude Van Damme. Martian No Return, yeah. Figured as much. What did the closed captions do this time? What did they do? Can I not, please?
Piece of carapace. Horned grey shell. Large, deep tracks.
Oh, hang on. Will it let me deduce that there's... Apparently I'm named Selma? Interesting. Interesting.
Blood. Human.
Will it let me deduce that they were carrying on with each other? Please, game. Now I get the prompt to examine
Man's
footsteps.
Footprints lead here.
Yeah, I can't deduce that there's a man's and a woman's footsteps here. Okay, anyway, moving on. Getting cramp in my finger. Well, not cramp, but my finger just feels really awkward.
Blood. Human.
I didn't even have to press examine that time. He just said it. Thank you, Geralt, for sharing your insightful knowledge. Sorry, yes. Not Geralt, Professor Donkey Man. Thank you, Professor Donkey Man, for sharing your insightful knowledge. Geralt's someone else completely. It's true.
Trail leads to that cave.
It's not Professor Bottom, it's Professor Donkey Man. Anyway, my personal theory is that Geralt's a switch, so... Sorry, Professor Donkey Man's a switch. Good morning, Jazzy. Thank you for the look. Hopefully I provide some entertaining conversation, commentary while you work. Hey, give me the boxes. Or don't. I'll take a skeleton, I guess. Right, so, you know what, chat? Let's get a prediction going. Let's not. Let's just have a vote. Professor Donkey Man is whatever it needs to be for someone else. Exactly. Let's get a vote going. Just, you know, aye or nay. Do we think that the Shalmar is going to teleport again? Yes, no. Because that was fun when that happened, and it got all its health back.
Claw marks. Straight. Dull. Perfect for digging.
If anyone does want to see that happen, it's clipped on the channel. I believe I saved the highlight. It CD Projekt Red's ability to make stable games, so nay. Okay. It's currently at it's done it once out of the 2 Shalmar I fought. I think it's been 2.
Oh, Shalmar's close.
Wait. I've been in these tunnels, haven't I? For something else, for another contract. I think I came in here for a different contract. Or another Shalmar. Spoken like a true Splunker. Hey,
Shalmar's lair. Gotta be.
I like caving.
Drags its victims here. Pretty fresh, some of them. Gonna have to brew some bait. Need the blood of a recent victim and some of the mushrooms that grow here.
Yeah, I swear I've been in here before. Anyway.
Fresh corpse. Must be Jean-Luc. Crushed ribs, cracked skull. Shalmar did this. No two ways about it.
Oh, now he's Jean-Luc Van. Damn. I don't know if the microphone picked that up. Geralt, it's just a low rock. You can just lift... Geralt, lift your feet. Just do a little step. Do a little hop. There we go. Brew Shalmar bait. That's the wrong button, you fool. Why does it give you so many dyes when there's only one colour? Fly, Donkey Man, fly. He's just exercising. Yup. He sure is.
Gotta spill it within the lair. Somewhere near an air current, so the scent spreads throughout the cave.
Professor Donkey Man, something's gone wrong. Your secret identity has been revealed. Oh, we're all good. Whew, we're all good. Rock has an invisible wall, it needs its privacy. It's true. Yeah, maybe a Professor Donkey Man doesn't skip leg day. Maybe that's true. I mean, look at that butt. He clearly works out. I guess I'll take that. Why not? How do I...
Ugh, that stench.
Oh, it's really going to make me do this for everyone? Cool. So, like playing Dragon Age Inquisition, which still haven't finished, and you just come to a knee-high wall, and you're like, now, BioWare gave me the ability to jump in this game. Why can't I jump over this wall? Fortunately, games keep coming out, so I don't have to play that on stream just yet. Until I've actually finished it casually for Angel and I.
Shalmar will be here any minute.
Pulls out his stopwatch and... Oh, yes. A minute exactly. A punctual Shalmar. I think you finished Inquisition with such a blind impression, can't quite be sure. I know I finished the main game, and I finished the Jaws of Hakon, but I played it... Oh, I didn't take breaks like I have with The Witcher 3, I just played it continuously for like 150... Well, not continuously, obviously I slept. But, you know, 150 hours of a game will... Hey, gorgeous. Will take its toll. So I've still got the Deep Roads DLC and the final one to do.
Come on, show me your claws.
Monster of Tufo. What do I know about Shalmars? I'm assuming they're Elementa. I'm just going to make that assumption. Nope. Imagine a creature that kills men, feeds on Kikimora eggs, and digs underground tunnels so wide they'd fit the Emperor of Nilfgaard's coronation carriage along with a team of 6 horses. Now imagine that this creature digs with such force the earthquakes in the houses up above tremble and collapse. Noting these symptoms, Geralt was at first unsure what sort of beast he could be dealing with, knowing only that he needed to be very, very careful. Only after he carefully examined the monster's tracks did he realise it had to be an aged female Shalmar. Okay, so... Relic toil. Cool. What a mismatch of pitch and size. It did sound like an angry squeaky frog, you are not wrong. Oh, there it is. So I'm not actually doing this for the damage increase. No, friends. I'm doing this because I take less damage. Ow. Hey, you hit the wall. You fool. You can be blind.
I've just gotta chop off its head and go get my reward.
I need to kill something to get the stack. Gosh dang it. That was a fight also. That was a level appropriate fight as well. The power of normal. Pretty sure I have to kill something to get the stack onto the sword. Yup. Killing a foe with a fully loaded sword expends its charge to permanently increase weapon damage. But because it was dead... Harvesting Knife is the true endgame weapon. It cuts through anything. Oh, you got there as well. Curse you, chat delay. Now it seems like I was copying. Okay, I'm just going to ignore the minimap. Geralt, pull yourself up. You've got big arms. Do it. Right. Do I want to spend this point I've got on anything? Does anything... Can I level anything up? Nope. Doesn't look like it. Need 5 for that. Why is that so loud every time? Autopath thinks I'm a ghost. Yup. And jump for the stamina regen. I really should take the werewolf decoction, but...
Scrub often. You'll soon need a coffin.
Well, it depends what you scrub with, in all fairness. Like, yeah, if it's wire wool you're scrubbing yourself with, you'll die pretty quickly, because you'll have no skin left. Also shock.
Dreadful.
Oh, he's still in the wine cellar. Whoops. Wow. Full damage. Right, Geralt has weak knees, I forgot.
Fix it by the end of the day.
It's 2:20 AM. They've got the whole day, really.
You. Can we talk?
You.
You'd best be bearing good news.
I'm bearing your child. What will you do about it? Will you do the honorable thing?
Got rid of the beast that was giving you trouble. It was a Shelmar.
Shelma? Whatever could that be?
Dead.
Kinda like a cross between a mole and a caterpillar. Just big as a barn.
Uh-huh. Well, Master Witcher, you make a poor first impression, but ultimately proved your worth. There. Your reward.
Thank you, and for the sign of your respect...
As for Jean-Luc, afraid he's dead.
I'll call you your right
Sorry.
name. Your correct name.
Oh, him. Trivial as losses go.
Never mind, Monsieur Doodoo. Never mind.
Right. After all, he is just a peasant. Not a Monsieur de blah blue blah. So long.
Okay, Geralt was better than I was. I'll admit. Right, let's go see a man about some cows. Oh, right. A witcher's life is never dull. If there ever comes a point when he's had his fill of cockatrices, striggers, or neckers, he can always count on the world throwing something unusual in his path, as was the case on this occasion when a bovine crashed to the ground from the sky, landing right on top of a quarry worker. At last, here was a contract that would surely tear the witcher free of the fetters of the quotidian that so often held him. He did a horse laugh this morning, so I had to rewatch. Thought I'd repost her as well in case someone's... Oh, breaking the horse. Fetcher le vache. You know, I'm not entirely sure that's correct French. Retrouvé? Maybe? I don't know.
Trolling on an empty stomach. Oh, dreadful.
Do what they summoned you to do.
Actually, I need to get my buffs back, and I need to stroke Reginald again. It's Monty Python, so probably not. Almost certainly not. Here's what I want to know about Monty Python, right? How did they go from socially progressive humour to John Cleese? That's it. That's my question. I guess also Terry Gilliam is a bit of an a-hole. As far as I'm aware, Eric Idle and Michael Palin are safe still. Cleese was always not quite closet Tory. That's fair. That's fair. Oh, what's the word of wisdom? Announcement from... Oh, it's not a Lebioda thing. Announcement from the Office of Eternal Revenue of the Duchy of Toussaint. Matilda Vermentino and Liam Coronata have become the new owners of Bellegarde Vineyard, leading to the consolidation of the lands of Vermentino, Coronata, and Bellegarde. This new ownership status takes effect as of the date of this announcement. By virtue of the fact that others to write the material. You know what? That's also very true. John Cleese, if you aren't aware, has become the man yells at cloud meme. Right, back to cover, Bianca. Don't you have... No, never mind. For more information, John Cleese cancelled himself and wrote a post moaning about cancel culture. Doesn't exist, by the way. It's called Consequences for Your Actions, but there we go. You know what? Yeah, that's everything he did. John Cleese still has a curiosity, nothing counts about him. Yeah, what was it? He was supposed to be doing a talk for, I want to say it was Cambridge's student union or something, and found out that they blacklisted someone who did an impersonation of Hitler, and so decided that he would blacklist himself because he did an impersonation of Hitler for a sketch, and then wrote a post about it and got loads of attention. You know, as everyone who's cancelled does. Yeah, it does kind of make you wonder, like, he always played the shouty roles. Maybe that was not him acting. Maybe that was just him. Chat, back, front, or side for Reginald. First one to reply gets that angle. I'm also going to go and shop all of my weapons and things. Or repair my my equipment. Not in the context of stroking Reginald, though. Not in that context. Side? Gotcha. We'll reach through his leg.
My heart.
Reginald, all
So I'll do that on the way back.
Buy your tickets now.
Whoop. Didn't you yell, fuck me Reginald during the inscription playthrough? How meta? Did I? You know, I think I did. Yes, because the cards came out like that. Apparently there is a Reginald in every game.
Greetings.
What do you have on offer?
New lore of games. It's the Reginald verse. Sell. And keep that. And sell. And sell. Where is all this weight coming from? Good grief. Is it food? Does food have a weight? No, food has no weight. Oh, hang on. No, they only weigh 1. Anyway, it's not like I need the space. Just for that, will be original Easter egg in the RPG you make for your brother. Anyway, repair, please. Yeah, I could sort by weight. You are not wrong. Nope. Repair equipped. There we go.
Farewell.
Good luck on the path.
Yeah, I'm genuinely curious now. How do I... Like, is that 6 each or 6 for the stack of 25? It has to be by the whole stack, right? I don't think the spade contributes to weight while it's equipped, but I could be wrong. I mean, I guess I've got some stuff to sell anyway. Yeah, I assumed it'd be the weight of the whole stack. Because that would just make more sense. Shan't I? I am the one with all of the spoons, good sir. I have the spoon collection in this transaction, and you shall not have it. You can have this random junk I picked up, though. So I've gone from 63 to having less in my inventory and having 65. Checks out. I don't think this inventory works. I mean, I don't care. Like, it's not an issue.
So long.
Ah, please. I need to go and stroke a statue. I went the wrong way.
Can I shoot your crossbow?
Absolutely not. It's dangerous. Here's a bomb. Right, I had a request for the side. So let's do a cheeky little side stroke. We'll do it from this side. Nope. Please. Game. Turn Geralt around. There we go.
Can't believe I'm actually doing
Oh yeah,
this.
right through the thigh. That's the good stuff. Anyway. Oh, you can jump over that. Ha!
Your reputation precedes you, Geralt.
For what? Stroking statues inappropriately or jumping off of high places?
Our bank is the...
Welcome to...
Gianfanelli Bank.
I'd like to check.
By all means.
Come.
Local villagers are just watching Geralt do some sort of square dance next to the statue. Yep, that's Geralt. Wait, what?
Yes? You've a concern?
Townswoman, are you alright with your feet shoved through the bench? Can I get you any help? Do you need any help? Please help this poor woman. I'm just going to leave her be.
Our bank
Yeah, she doesn't look okay, does she? I would like to register one concern, please. Anyway. Bovine Blues. Lady with a leg stuck in a bench, not our problem. Cows falling from the sky. That's on the slate for today. I'm telling you, very stable games. Just imagine if CD Projekt Red and Rockstar made a game together. Speaking of, the Definitive Edition GTA games are not available on PC, or weren't the last time I saw, because they just break things. And Skyrim is running too efficiently and crashing games. So it's a great time for remasters right now. Okay, I tried to time the skill roll. Clearly did not time it well enough. I like just like the explosion of blood that happened. That was great. Geralt, has weaknesses. Hey, Skyrim seems to be crashing once a stream for you, which is pretty good considering it's a Bethesda game. Yeah, that's consistency. Yeah, I know. I just I don't know if it crashes per se. I just read a thing about how it's running too efficiently, so there's just black screens, which is funny. Bethesda doing so right. I'm not going to jump too far. This is safe, right? This is safe.
Dust is touched by mold.
There we go.
Want to waltz about out there? Go on, enjoy. We'll stay put here.
That guy's standing in a rock. They thought we wouldn't notice, but we did.
What the golly blasting devils are you doing, men? What plague? An unfortunate turn of events, that's all. Get back to chiseling. If we don't deliver that head on time, the infestor will twist my plums off.
That was a line.
Is that what you'll tell Emil's widow? That a cow crushed him and it was an accident? This, sir, is a grave matter. It requires a specialist, some mage or warlock.
What happened here?
Look! It's that witcher who's come to town. Maybe he can do something. An exorcism or the like. We should ask how much coin he'll want.
Saw your notice. Got a problem with a cow?
Yes.
Fear a plague, is that it?
Yes, indeed. And a horrid one at that. We've earned the gods something true we have. In Zeracania, they've sent a plague of locusts, then of frogs. With us, they skipped right to raining cows down on us.
Enough! Enough! No need to sow panic. Come, Master Witcher,
sowing cows.
I shall divulge to you the matter at hand.
Some of the voice talent in this game is chef kiss. It's just too good. They had to rein it
An
in.
unfortunate matter indeed, to be crushed by a cow. A true shame, Emil. He was a good worker. I told them at once there had to be a simple explanation. But that lot, no. Right away they started in screaming, plague! Demanding higher wages for hardship, poor working conditions, you see?
Yeah, just milking it, that's all.
Me, the blotters.
My job is to figure out why a cow fell from the sky. That it?
That too. The thing is, since none bother to clear the cow corpse, some filths overrun the other pit. We fear to venture there.
I think I cleared that out. I think I cleared that out.
Not surprised. Cow, where'd it come from? What kind was it?
Why, the ordinary spotted kind.
From the
Nothing
sky?
Unusual. Its corpse rots in the other pit, sends out its stench, and Emil lies right beneath it.
Utterly
Intend
dead.
to take on the contract?
What exactly is going on here?
Construction of a statue of the prophet Lepiota. We're carving it. Not all at once, that is, but piece by piece. A pious infestus revived the project after years of neglect. He's engaged all nearby quarries in its completion.
Statue's nearly finished as well.
And we would be on schedule were it not for the incident. Please, Master, will you look into it?
Need to know more about this accident. Anyone actually see what happened?
No, but sounds there were. Osterv had just gone to see how Emil was getting along when suddenly we heard an ear-botching boom. Moments later, something smashed into one of the cranes.
Bovine
Doubt it
boom.
was the cow that hit the crane.
Probably true. At any rate, come morn, we ventured out to sea, but the vermin drove us off. With that, all work came to a halt. Has remained so since.
Because you're at a quarry, not the ocean.
Master, tarry no longer, please. Will you take on the matter?
Sing it with me, chat.
Need to talk about my reward before I decide.
Time for a good hackle. So how much would you take?
Yeet a coin at your witcher, O quarry of plenty.
Fine. But that is the sum total, no bonuses or gratuities on top. Understood?
Really don't care.
Fine, I'll look into it. Might be a botched portal, but I doubt it.
Lapiota reward you with progeny aplenty.
Unlikely.
I shall keep an eye out for your return.
I have one and she's trouble enough. Oh, I was trying to get fancy. I believe. Or I would if Geralt weren't a complete tool. Geralt, stop it. There we go. Them speedrun strats, obviously. I kind of want to try this, just for the lols. Okay, that didn't work as well as I hoped it would. Never mind. Note to self, The Witcher 3, not a free-running simulator, would you believe? At least I dealt with the, I think there were ghouls in here, right? Necrophages? Examine the cow carcass and the workman's body. Yep, he's dead. They weren't bullying me. They weren't speaking pure bull. There we go. Second time's the charm. Can I examine the obvious claw marks? Thank you.
Must be Emil. Workers mentioned him. Poor guy. Unlucky as all hell. Right. Now where do I start?
Probably with the cow, but...
Crushed by something heavy.
Probably a cow.
Skull is cracked. Fresh tooth marks. Necrophages. But they got to him after his death. Won't learn anything else from the body.
I mean, the clue's in the name, really. Necrophage.
Tissues crushed in places. Must have fallen from quite a height.
Hey, I did go out like a Greek philosopher. You know when the cow's falling, do you think it looked down, saw Emil and went, move over? Or move out of the way? These are the questions that keep one up at night.
Got sliced open.
It's amazing how I could see that from the other side of the cow.
What happened after death? Heart had already stopped pumping. Tooth marks. Small ones, though. So necrophages left him clearly. Sure sniffed out their feast fast.
Not much blood. Jesus Christ, Geralt. What do you call a lot of blood, then? A bath?
Deep claw wounds. Spread between talons.
Also, I'll take it as a mark of pride that I just
a wyvern probably
broke Fat Chance slightly.
But these wounds weren't the cause of death. Got it. All clear now. Cow died when it fell from a great height.
I could have told you that.
It. A youngster probably trying to get the cow back to its nest, but it proved too heavy. Emil's bad luck to be standing right underneath.
Share that to the Shoes for Trolls campaign.
And then there's the crane.
Yeah, it's just hanging there. Professor Donkey Man has a weird assessment of not much blood. Professor Donkey Man has a lot of momentum. Alright. Further up. Further up. Oh, I see blood. Doesn't the cow card become a catapult? It becomes the bovine defense force. Hang on. Oh, I don't think it'll show me. Because it'll only show me the cow, right? It doesn't show me the bovine defense force. I freaking hate this UI so much. Oh my god, it's so bad. There's the cow. Can I... Yeah, it won't show me the actual Bovine Defense Force card. The music doesn't really fit with the game, I'll be honest. Catapult? That one's a reach. That one's a reach. I'll just check the wiki page for the Bovine Defense Force. Oh, so it's actually a thing. The Bovine Defense Force is actually a thing, and the card is making a direct reference to it. It's a chort, is the image on the card. Apparently, the Bovine Defense Force Initiative, or Bovine Defense Force, is a game mechanic implemented into the game into patch 1.05 in response to an exploit which allowed players in White Orchard to quickly gain crowns by killing cows, looting their hide, meditating for the cows to respawn, and then repeating the process. This meant that players could accumulate large amounts of cow hides and sell them for a large game with relatively little effort. However, in patch 1.05, and all game versions since, a level 27 chort was made to recurrently spawn a short distance away from the cow pen in White Orchard Village after the player had killed 6 cows. If the player managed to kill a chort, a new one would spawn, and this process continued indefinitely. Ironically, for high-level characters who are able to handle the barrage of chorts, this turned out to be a far more efficient crown farming method, as the base value of a chort hide is more than double that of a cow hide. However, this has since been patched out, and only one chort will appear, and once killed will no longer respawn. But there we go. The good thing, my favourite bit about Gwent is the cow card, though, so I'm glad I got the expansion with it in.
Blood. Draconid must have hit it pretty hard. Dropped the cow, then probably tried to steady its flight. Got hurt in the process.
And yes, cow killers, how awful.
Should be simple to track down.
Please be less annoying than other Witcher Sense sections. Also, this is the last thing I've got to do.
Blood. Barely perceptible. I'm on the right track.
This is the final thing I have to do before returning to the story of the expansion, and I think I've got all of the side quests. I've done all the side quests in the expansion, I think. I could be wrong, obviously. It does happen on occasion. Well, it's going this way, so I'm just going to continue straight this way and hope. There we go. The minimap's freaking out. Don't worry about it. It's fine. I've had a word with its physician.
Started bleeding heavily. Wound was more serious than I thought, looks like.
That was a sentence that Doug Cockle had to read. Kind of wish after the next stage of the story there's a little more breathing room, go full on the mist with it. I think I'm right at the start, aren't I, with Le Cage au Fou, Cage of Madness. Yes, that's quest 4 of the DLC, and I think I worked out there's like 14 left, 13 left after that.
I do what they pay me to do. That's it.
Witcher or not, you've still to bust your bum.
I'm not interested in anal sex and receiving anal sex, and I didn't ask you. Dude, you just kind of slagged me off. I saw the blood up there. I was like, oh, okay. Cool. Rot fiends, they explode. IIRC.
Smells like sour mash. Draconid must have attacked a local distillery. Bastard.
Nope, get out of that. Something's wrong with my sword. Oh, it's fixed itself. I mean, there's blood on the roof, which is a good clue.
Landed on the roof of the distillery. Raised a ruckus, made a mess, then moved on.
You know, I kind of...
Prince. Crawled through here. Clearly too tired to fly.
I feel really bad for people who... Not really bad. I feel guilty, let's say, for people who just who put this on while they're working, because I make these terrible, terrible jokes, and out of context, they're just really lame really stupid commentary. With context, they're even worse, though, I guess. So I guess I feel bad for everyone who watches the stream.
In a bad way, barely crawling. Second Draconid landed here, a larger one. Waited for the smaller one to heal, and they flew off together. Should be easy to track. Smaller one was still bleeding, luckily.
How swiftly did they heal? That's a feature, not a bug. Yeah, that's my main. That's all I can offer, really. Half-baked jokes that most of the time aren't even funny.
Flew off together, probably bound for their nest. Trail ends here. Been up here already. Might want to take a look, just to be sure.
Might want to save the game, just in case I do something silly again. I do like the music in this game. It is good music. That is a very flat texture.
Had it right. Slizzard stole the cows. Well, killed them already. Maybe now I can get someone to pay me for it. Good thing I incinerated those eggs back there. Now to collect my reward.
Oh yeah, I came here for the place of power, I believe. Okay, well, I've already got that trophy, so... Whoa, that would have been bad. Fast travel back for safety's sake. I did it. Much like Skyrim, I'm too darn efficient. Unlike Skyrim, I'm not going to crash because of it.
Of course, I can tell they Malinga. But who am I to judge?
You're the supervisor. You are literally paid to judge them, for good or ill. It's me, Geralt.
Well, have you learned how that cow came to fly?
Catapult.
Yeah, you can get back to work. And it wasn't a plague of falling cows.
Did I not say so from the start? A weight off my chest. So, what was behind the animal's plummet?
Gravity.
Young Slizzard flying over the quarry dropped it. Was trying to get it back to its nest. Food for its mother and siblings. Probably heard the last of the beasts. Burned the nest, eggs, everything.
A praiseworthy precaution, but as I said, I can only pay you what we agreed. I simply haven't any more.
Here, take this. And I thank you, Master.
All cleared up now, right? No gods, no plague, just the dragon, but it's gone too. We're to pay Emil's widow compensation, and that will be that. So, why do you still stand there and wait, men? Back to work! Chop, chop!
That guy is very large. He's not even real and I'm intimidated. That's it. 3 hours later. Oh, the monument's finished, of course. That's the last thing I needed to do. The Valley of No Return. Hey, I did it.
Master, what would I have done without you? Countless throngs of Lepiota's followers will praise in
Yes,
prayer.
a few hours in
And
that
you'll
quote.
pay me, right?
But of
Few
course,
hours.
your reward. The investor is a serious man of enterprise. Our plan foresees mass conversions. With the donations that will follow, we aim to recoup the cost of production in 3 to 5 years. Everything has been calculated, you see, down to the last decimal.
Good luck then. Farewell.
I mean, also I like how the crossbow, every time it loads in, it kind of loads in not cocked, and then it cocks itself. It is some worker efficiency, but in all fairness, it was mostly finished anyway.
Don't miss yet another milestone. How am I to tell the investor?
Chat, you like feet? Because there's a big pair of feet right here.
Hey, Tony Champion, the bells must give you one hefty reduction.
You know, I haven't thought to check, but I very well might. He means the prostitutes, the bells of Beauclair. And the arm just falls off and kills Geralt. Sorry, Professor Donkey Man. Got to stop spoiling the secret identity there. Well, that's it. That's all Gwen stuff. That's stuff I can't finish because it's bugged. And obviously, I just opened that like a fool. I'm just going to close that. That's a Gwent quest I can't finish. Triss is gone. And that's it. You either do that one or you fail either Gangs of Novigrad or you fail a different quest. Le Cage au Fou. Where is the fast travel point? Oh dear.
One evening I'm off
And
to the
verily
hills,
I
quick as a
say
flash.
unto you,
Those girls
if men
can't
were
wait
but
see
to
me.
let the prophet Lepiota's teachings into their hearts,
Spittoon!
this world
Hospital!
Oh!
Oh, Hatchapum. That's a noise that someone made. Someone was paid to make that noise. Right, well, I guess we'll continue with the actual story. Mel de Cheslong. Still find that name ridiculous. Shall we meet with a vampire? I think Regis is a vampire. I think. I can't remember. Pretty sure. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Regis! Damn it. Locked. No way I got the place wrong. This is it. Gotta be another way in around here.
Well, there's one grave that's lit. Carolina Stahira. What's the pleasure in slaughtering a weakling? If you wish to draw blood, draw it from a king. Nope, I have absolutely no interest in fighting you. Just gonna... Oh, I have to, because I'm aggroed, and you can't jump when you're aggroed. Oh, yeah. Just want to get in there. Oh, hang on, can I? There we go. I may have just tried to fist fight the Kikimor, one of it. There's a wraith over there.
Kikimors. Got victuals aplenty around here.
This is the fast attack, by the way, and it's not fast enough to get through the Kikimor.
Stench.
Huh. The green glow.
That's some stench.
Not a wraith. hate that noise. Make it stop. Game, I hate it. Thank you and goodbye. Okay. I guess it didn't like me destroying the eggs, which, you know what? Fair. Thanks, game. It's not fully charged. Run! Not that way. Did I just trigger a trap? I don't. That's a horrible noise.
There's something here. Need to use the eye.
You've got 2 of them, Geralt.
Interesting.
But what does it mean? A knight's oath. Here rests Sir Ramon of Guichon. On my grave you will not find the likeness of the man who once lived. I gave my heart, soul and body to the knightly craft, and I wish to be remembered as a knight. The symbol of chivalry is a naked sword, and that symbol rests above me. The sword that defended my honour, my friends, and my heart. The sword that was closer to me than a brother. The sword that was never stained by the blood of an innocent man. Let it rest on this stone through the ages. So what you're saying is I shouldn't take it. Chat, do I take the sword? First reply is what I go with. Mostly because if it's haunted and the ghost appears, it's chat's fault. Not Professor Donkey Man's. Grabby stabby. Stabby grabbed. Is it any good? Absolutely not. Of course not. Why would it be? As cool as Arendite is, I might actually replace it with one of the Grandmaster Witcher blades.
Agreed to meet a vampire at a cemetery.
Yeah, I remembered, right?
Shake can you get?
Nothing comes readily to mind.
Could have left the door unlatched.
What of my privacy? I value it rather deeply. Unmolested, especially by unwanted guests, that's my preferred state. Besides, I knew you'd find a way to get in.
True enough. Need to find your friend. I'm hoping you'll agree to help.
I shall do whatever's in my power. Yet what you want or even need must matter little. What matters is what Dettlaff wants. If he does not wish to be found, you will not find him. Ever. End of story.
Come on.
Roll
Gotta
credits.
be some way.
Vampires can evade detection by the senses, and no divination magic works on us. Even the most precise megoscope would be useless.
And this? Could this help?
Could I send an Amazon package to him? Amazon can find anyone.
Wherever did you get that?
Off one of the beast's victims.
It's a
found
hand.
by a bend in the river. Body was chopped in pieces. 3 of those pieces were hands. Hand with the ring seemed the odd one out, but Bruxa had taken an interest in it.
Is it Dettlaff's? You're just going to sniff a hand and leave it at that? That's not weird at all. Weird at all.
It's Dettlaff's hand, without a doubt. It will do splendidly.
Weird hand-sniffing vampire. Ugh.
Ring's pretty intriguing. Made of no metal I've ever seen. And the ornamentation.
It comes from our home, where we lived before the conjunction of spheres. It's actually mine. I received it from a dear old friend. You might call him a humanist. He saw us vampires as guests here. Guests who owe their hosts, meaning you humans and the elder races, respect.
Respect? Meaning not to treat us like cattle to be slaughtered for food?
Precisely. And the reason why I in turn gave it to Dettlaff. to remind him of the ideals my old friend championed.
That's noble, Regis. Very noble.
Can't you just summon Dettlaff? You're both hired vampires. There's got to be a way.
If I'm to be entirely candid, there is indeed one. But believe me, we will be better off never availing ourselves of it. It is a last resort. Absolutely.
Last resort? The hell? Why?
There is a being who can summon Dettlaff. Possesses the authority, even the power, to force him to appear in a given place. But the very act of contacting this being, well, it's akin to walking a slack line extended over a chasm filled with molten lava. An exercise as perilous to me
or whatever
as
his
it
name
would
was.
to you. A risk I'm unwilling to take. I beg you, let's do it my way. It will be both quicker and easier.
I think I just mixed Walter Dim and whatever the Hearts of Stone guy's name was together. Nope, go on through Dim. I'm good. I remember. Go me. Go on through Dim's right. Heck yeah.
The hand. What do you plan to do?
I assumed it would be a
You've
deliberate
heard of
reference.
Gavinaris' theory of tissue memory retention.
Rings a distant bell. Read about it in Alchemia Oblitera. There's a copy at Kaer Morhen, tattered, nearly disintegrated. But if memory serves, Covenarius never managed to prove it worked.
He did prove it, just never managed to publish his findings. He and I corresponded, you see, after we became friends. Thus, I know he completed his research and performed the first tests.
Go him.
It's
Go
complicated.
him. Good for him.
So, without delving into details, it is possible to use any piece of tissue to reconstruct what a whole body experienced.
Got a hand though, no tissue.
We need any special equipment?
We must brew a decoction which Covenarius gave a rather poetic name, resonance. Once imbibed, it sends one into a trance similar to that induced by narcotics. This triggers visions of events linked to strong emotions experienced by the tissue's owner. Picture it as dreaming a fragment of someone's life.
Any chance we might see what Dettlaff was doing just before he lost his hand?
Indeed.
Maybe we don't want
But we
to.
also hope resonance will reveal the location of Dettlaff's hideout.
Looks directly at camera. Every time the camera's on Regis, I'm just blown away by how fantabulous his hair is.
Covenarius spent half his life proving his
Deliberate
theory.
portmanteau there.
Wild guess. Making a dose of resonance won't be easy.
You guessed correctly. In addition to Dettlaff's tissue, we shall need a powerful occipital lobe stimulant. Effectively a poison, to make one susceptible to visions.
Well, got a few ingredients to choose from. Unfortunately, all are pretty rare. There's Mamoon glands, but closest ones I know of are in Vizima. A spotted white saliva would also serve, but they were culled to extinction over a century ago. Could go with a kobold's eyes, but the creatures are sentient. Rather not gouge one's eyes out.
Given that we lack the time to sleuth this out ourselves, permit me to summon some help.
Oh, Professor Document's hair's good as well, but I meant Regis, sorry, the vampires. Also, yes, Professor Document sure does a lot of drugs for a professor. Oh, the hand's moving. Thing? Is that you? Very stiff animation for the rest of the game. Or compared to the rest of the game, I should say.
What was that?
A raven?
I was going
Rather
to
a common sight at this latitude.
A bird?
Very intelligent fowl. I asked him to look for the creatures you mentioned. Him and his brethren. Perhaps they'll find one in the area, and I would hazard that a flock of ravens will spy any said creature faster than a solitary witcher would. With all due respect to your skills, my friend. It will take them some time, nonetheless, so perhaps you'd care for a snifter of mandrake.
Doesn't seem safe, actually.
Rarely say no to a snifter.
Sadly, this is but a weak infusion rather than a proper distillate.
Even better. I remember your mandrake hooch. Made people say things they'd have rather kept to themselves.
Now, what could Geralt of Rivia prefer to keep to himself?
So, think you've set a nice little trap for me? Sorry. Want to get me to confess? Gonna have to try harder.
I love a challenge. In that case, my ears are cocked. What must I do?
How about you get the ball rolling? Reveal one of your secrets. Vampires, intriguing creatures, must lead fascinating lives.
Anything in particular interest you?
Well, now that you mention it, why am I taking so many drugs?
Curious what you did after you were reborn.
As I'm sure you can surmise, at first I was thoroughly absorbed with recovering. As it is, I've still not recovered completely. Yet I was so weak the first year that I could not stand or move on my own. Detlef bore my weakness bravely, showed great patience. If not for him, I wouldn't be here, and I'd have regenerated far slower. Once I could at last stand unassisted, I set off for Bruges, from my one-time home of Dillingen. There I led the peaceful life of a rural healer and surgeon, enjoying my neighbours' respect and, in fact, constituting the exact opposite of the monstrous vampire the populace imagines.
Bruges, you say? Rebirth make you sentimental?
Perhaps a dash. But what of you? Where have you been? Ever find your Cyrilla?
Yup. She's a witcher now.
Back then.
Well, follows the path.
Yeah. But we parted again soon after. And when the time was ripe, she came back. Defeated the Wild Hunt together.
Ooh. Seems I certainly missed quite a bit while I was absent.
True enough. But it's a conversation we'll have another time. Need to know more about you now.
That's a bit creepy, Geralt. Professor Donkey Man. Why not tone down that invasion of privacy just a tiny bit?
Gotta ask you the big question. One everyone wonders about. What happens after death?
You wish me to tell you if the human belief in the gods is well founded? Well, that I do not know. We vampires differ exceedingly from you humans. Our matter, that of which we are composed, can exist without form. We require neither a heart, nor a brain, nor air to breathe.
But were you dead?
So you're a ghost in a body. Gotcha,
As
gotcha.
humans understand death, yes.
Feel anything? Understand anything?
It's rather hard to explain.
So it's just been flirty assertive.
I felt something very unsettling. Something I cannot even name, for I did no reasoning. Only after rebirth did I begin to understand that what I had felt was cold and unimaginable fear. If not for Detlef, I might have drowned in an eternity of icy terror.
Can't have been alive then. Sheesh, experience like that must be vicious.
Indeed, it's hard to compare to anything I know. Yet you are aware we don't see death as you do. The way you cling to life, we find it entirely peculiar. You are mortals, ergo it's a foregone conclusion. You will die. It's but a question of time.
Well, thanks for that.
I often find myself wondering why you try so very hard. To die at 20 years, 40, even 100, what's the difference? They're all but the blink of an eye.
Depends on your point of view. Man who's got 1,000,000 crowns to spend can't possibly understand one who's only got 20.
Very true. One's outlook can indeed change much.
It's not about the years in your life, it's the life in your years. I could have gone with live, laugh, love, chat, but I chose not to. I chose to be the better person.
Got a new life, a new body. That give you a new start, blank slate?
Starting all anew is a very broad concept. What exactly do you mean?
Your blood addiction, say. Wondering if your body's the same, if it still remembers. Maybe if you drank now, you wouldn't get hooked.
All addictions are a form of slavery. Re-addiction's not a risk I'm willing to take, just to test a hypothesis about corporeal regeneration and whether propensities carry over.
That's fair.
Fair enough. Curiosity, that's all. Sorry.
Not to worry, Geralt. Curiosity is a natural reaction under the circumstances, apart from which I've always valued that trait in you.
At least he's frank about it. Or Regis about it, I suppose, more accurately.
Always fascinated me the
Firefox
way
gone.
vampires can regenerate. A hand growing back is one thing, but Detlef recreating you out of a wet smear? Something else
Hey,
entirely.
Firefox, want to come back so that
A
I can see
difficult
chat
and
again?
laborious process, but one that's possible.
Chat, I miss
As my
you.
presence proves. But I've heard you too had quite the adventure. They say you lost your memory.
I don't remember.
but Triss helped me get it back. Actually, pretty damn lucky I only had amnesia.
Yes, you humans are rather buggered in those terms. To strip you of life is, well, it's just plain easy. I've always pitied you in that regard.
Thank you, I think.
We vampires are much harder nuts to crack. If a member of another race kills one of us, we can be reborn with a living higher vampire's help. However, if one of our own strikes the deadly blow, death is permanent. There can be no rebirth. One of the chief reasons why vampires long ago swore never to fight.
Why are we zooming in on the grave?
All right, give you one question. What do you want to know?
One question to ask one as fascinating as you, Geralt. Cruel parsimony, I'd say, but I shall do my best to make it count. If you were to die and be reborn as I was, in your new life, would you choose to be a witcher?
See, Regis. Doubt I'd know how to be anything else.
Ever tried?
See, you're determined to get an answer, to find out if I like being a witcher. Just refuse to ask directly, as always.
Professor Donkey Man is good at one thing.
I like being on the path.
Witchering.
Like picking up a lead, a trail. I like the tension right before a fight. And nothing gets my adrenaline flowing like battling a beast. Even gotten used to people treating me like a freak, an outcast. Yeah, not something I think about much. But I like being a witcher.
Thank you for being honest. Honesty is an attribute of the truly brave.
Also good at doing drugs and drinking.
Privilege of the very few.
You are correct, Harry.
Still no sign of your winged friend. Sure it understood what you wanted?
Dead certain. Let's wait a bit longer. It'll return soon, don't doubt that for a moment.
Just caw and scratches Geralt's eye, Professor Donkey Man's eyes out. Sometime later.
Ever vigilant, even in his sleep. Quite vampire-like, in fact. Are you absolutely certain they don't administer a few of our genes during the trial of the grasses?
How would Geralt know?
Appreciate the compliment. Got something for me?
You were right. No kobolds or mamoons for miles around.
Knew it.
Allow me to finish. You see, there's this spotted white. It haunts an abandoned residence in the Caraberta woods.
Impossible. My brethren hunted down every last spotted white before I was born.
Then it seems you must revise your knowledge of spotted whites. For somehow this one managed to survive your brethren's onslaught.
I guess it wasn't. Spotted.
It seems I know this home.
Finger guns.
Recall a tale about it. Locals believe the place cursed. Perhaps that's how the white survived entirely unmolested.
Whites rarely appear in the woods, even less likely to find them in abandoned human homes. They inhabit remote wildernesses, old abandoned cemeteries.
What's your point?
This might not be a spotted white after all. Your little helper might have made a mistake.
I sincerely doubt it. Ravens are devilishly intelligent creatures, and they've highly developed observational skills.
What exactly did they observe?
The area around the estate. It's covered in spoons.
Spoons?
Spare
you
me
have
the
my
skeptical
interest.
Smile. I'm but the bearer of this news. Or perhaps this spotted white is a hoarder. Or the spoons are somehow related to the curse.
Quoth the Raven. F you, Geralt. So what Regis is saying right now is that the Raven isn't wrong. In fact, the Raven is quite white. I'll be here for another couple of hours, and then I'll be back tomorrow.
Curse?
I don't recall much in particular. Really don't attach much importance to such things.
I love you, chap.
It was mentioned to me as an anecdote, no more.
Come on, search your memory. Something, anything could be important.
I believe it had a relation to hunger, or, perhaps greed, rapacity. Someone was punished for something...
Usually the way.
Textbook definition of a curse, pretty much.
Sorry, Geralt. I try not to clutter my mind with the details of every far-fetched tale I happen to hear. What are your thoughts?
A specimen of a species thought long extinct, and a curse, in one place. That a coincidence, or are they related?
Ah, professional curiosity. Personally, I've nothing against you delving into this dilemma, but please remember we need the white's saliva. Nothing beyond that.
Yeah, you white.
Let's do this. Start making your decoction while I go get some saliva from that white. Uses it in its brews.
Do you imagine the white will simply sell you some?
Worst case scenario, I'll bring you its salivary glands. They ought to do as well.
For a moment there, I imagined you asking the white to spit into a vial. Quite amusing as a thought, but the salivary glands will do fine.
Makes me slap my knee.
So, see you later.
Yes, till later. I shall start by perusing some tomes.
Tomes? Thought you were gonna make this decoction.
We require one last ingredient. Alas, obtaining it could prove a trifle toilsome. Thus, I hope to identify a suitable alternative.
All right. Good luck.
And to you, my friend.
You would never know this, chat, but every time I make that stupid joke about that makes me slap my leg. I do actually slap my leg. You can't see it for obvious reasons, but I do it. Just believe me when I say I do it. Right, I'm going to read the bestiary about spotted whites. And then I need to take my wellness break. I'm just clearing out these. Whee! Wait. Oh, right, yeah. Vampire. There's Detlef. He's not having a great time of it. Actually, where's Regis? Interesting. Anyway. Spotted whites. The best defense against spotted whites, stay calm and leave them alone. Fragment of a treatise on spotted whites by Roderick Gilligan. Spotted whites were a subspecies of white which the witches drove to extinction. They were larger than their unspotted kin and owed their names to their numerous blotches and effusions. Spotted whites would most often dwell in derelict cemeteries and empty wildernesses, yet at times took to living in abandoned human domiciles. There they would indulge in their greatest passion, creating brews from their own emissions. That is, quite frankly, utterly disgusting. When not disturbed, spotted whites would not act aggressively. If threatened, however, they became very dangerous indeed. In the colder months, or when faced with an unseasonable chill, they would slip into a state of lethargy, making them easy targets. Even during their active periods, it is said the witches found a surefire way of besting them, based around careful casting of the Erden sign, or at least so claims witcher lore. Right, chat. I'm going to give you something not spotted white to look at. There you go. You know what? We'll go with Salma. Why not? I'm going to take my wellness break. You're going to look at the succubus and feel slightly creeped out because she's staring directly at you. And we shall return in a few moments. Oh, the text is going to cover her face. Nope, not that one. That one. Never mind. I'll be back in a moment. It's going to stretch, hydrate, and grab a snack. All the good stuff. Please don't go anywhere. And if you do, please come back. Also, yes, the sim counter. I still have it in case it's ever relevant again. I don't know, I tempt a wellness break and my view count halves. Feels good, man. Self-care. Never again. Let us continue. Erden, fire, and vampire oil. Yep. Five experience for reading. There you go, chat. If you read, you get experience. That's not even a joke, that's just a fact of life. Speaking of the sin counter, however, I apologise again that Spooky Games Month was so lackluster this year. But because it was so lackluster, I kind of still want to play horror games, I'll be honest. I know I've got other stuff to play, so don't worry.
Bar guests.
Spoons.
Never a good omen.
I was pressing the block button, but I guess it went straight through me. Like caffeine. Okay, Bearden. Poke, please. There's something. There we go. Right, let us make our way through the Spoon Brigade, through the Spoon Avenue, the Spavenue, Spoonavard, if you will, and towards more bar guests, I suppose. Because it sounds like bar guests.
Just as Raven wasn't lying. Spoons all over the place.
It's a raven, why would it be lying?
Strange. Get a sense that the spoons are beating out some kind of rhythm, a message. Trying to tell me something.
Stay away, probably. But Professor Donkey Man does not listen to the sound of spoons.
None shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall say to you, never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror.
So all the spoons go.
Curse, all right.
That's just where they go to hang out. They're not very mobile after all. Any of these puns chiming with you?
Somebody's clearly obsessed. Regis mentioned the place might be cursed. Can't be a coincidence. Need to look around. What a pigsty. Need to search it thoroughly. Find a way to collect some white saliva. White's obsessed. A real collector. Thoroughbred.
I mean, in all fairness. Geralt would know a spoon collector when he sees one. So, Professor Donkey Man knows what he's talking about in this instance.
Spoon's incredible. The craftsmanship. Must have graced a rich man's table.
Stained Diary. For a few days now I've been having dizzy spells. I've never experienced anything like this before. If it carries on, although I can't stand witchcraft and sorcery, I'll have to visit a herbalist. The dizziness has not gone away. Worst of all, it's been joined by pain, so strong that at times I cannot see. I've been to the herbalist. A repulsive old crone looked at me like she'd seen a monster. She gave me some cursed mixture that I have to drink twice a day. It's not helping at all. Today, like every day, I looked in the mirror and I was lost for words. I usually check that I don't have any wrinkles or bags under my eyes, but today there are no wrinkles, but I'd rather that there were. I have hair growing on my breasts. It's horrible. It's got to be because of those damned herbs. I went to the herbalist to smash her face in, but her chambers were empty. She must have known what happened to me and legged it. My family is starting to suspect something, although I am cutting the hair back, which is growing back faster and faster. I've tried to put the idea out of my mind, but I can't hold it back any longer. Maybe it wasn't the herbs that have led to this, but a curse placed upon me by an old beggar whom I had to chase off one time. I have to find out. I want to hire someone who can find the herbalist. I cannot think, and it is getting hard to write. Loneliness. No family. Eat. I want to eat. Not a good spoon. Empty spoons. Nothing. Eat. It hurts. Mirror. Lies. No. Ah!
Poor girl. Realized she was changing into a monster. Recorded it in her diary. Poignant. Smashed mirror. As if someone couldn't stand to look at themselves. The monster. Journal's author, maybe?
I mean, I can't stand to look at myself in the mirror, but that's a dysphoria thing, not a, I'm literally turning into a monster thing.
Spoon. Pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old.
Well, you don't have to insult the spoon that much, Geralt, do you? It's still a spoon. It's still a useful eating implement.
No spoon you have shall sate you. Whatever lives here treated that literally. Still searching for the right spoon. Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one.
Every spoon is special, Geralt. Professor Donkey Man, please.
Skeletons. Doubt they came here willingly.
Ah, skeletons aren't known for
moving. To
moving.
do with the curse. None shall sit and dine with you at your table. It'd make sense.
Yeah, skeletons don't usually move of their own accord, do they, Geralt? Do they, Professor Donkey Man, sorry.
Obsessed. A real collector. Thoroughbred.
Yes, that spoon had good breeding.
None shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall sate you. Never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror. Woman's name scratched into this wooden spoon. Romantic.
Oh, it's a love spoon. That's a sweet tradition. Decaying letter. Dear Master Levasseur, I know you track outlaws for pay. I have an unusual assignment for you. No doubt you wonder why I have drawn you out here and why we cannot meet in person. You see, in my present situation, any kind of meeting is very risky. Not so much for me, as for the person with whom I meet, for I am afflicted by a curse, or, as I hope and why I have turned to you, the side effects of medicine given to me some time ago by a herbalist. Soon after I visited this herbalist, she disappeared without trace. I desperately wish to understand my illness, so I wish to hire you to find her. When you do, learn as much from her as you can about the medicine she gave me. If my suffering is a result of her wickedness, then make her provide an antidote. I assure you I have ample wealth and will reward you with no small part of it for your services. If it turns out my suffering is not the fault of the herbalist, please let her go. I will then have a different task for you, because this shall mean I am afflicted by a terrible curse which only the gods can cure. I believe it was cast upon me by a certain beggar who came by the manor while I was hosting a soiree for a few friends. If you can find that vagrant, I will pay you double. Sadly, all I remember of him is that he sold mirrors. Okay, Gaunter. I am aware this is not much to aid for your hunt, yet I trust in your considerable talents and wish you the best of luck. Marlene de Trastamara. I saw that additional spoon for my collection. I saw it. Spoon key?
Spoon key. Sophisticated crafting. Tag bears a description. White's a true collector.
I'm sorry. Spoontaneous profits. Spoon keynote. This certifies the item up for auction. An antique spoon key forged at the Christopherson & Sons workshop in 1210 belongs to Smiggly Circus, owner of the Pheasantry. Or, as I am now going to read it, Smeagol Circus. as an Andy Serkis reference, because that's a very, very obvious reference, without actually spelling the name as it would have been spelled. Or as it was, in fact, spelled. So is that a subquest? Nope, that's treasure hunt. Okay. While snooping around the cursed Trastamara estate, Geralt happened on a strange spoon-like key. Attached to it was a note. The note labelled the strange spoon as property of the pheasantry, and for reminds me of the finest tavern in all Duchy of Tucson. However, I'm going to continue with this because I'm here, and I may as well. I'm starting to think I might need to go outside. So let's do that. I love it when the music just changes randomly. Soiled letter. Marlene, my dearest daughter. You've no idea the pain it causes a father to write these words. A father who must abandon his own child ceased to be a father, and his heart shall never know comfort. Sadly, as a result of what has happened, I have no other choice. We, along with the rest of our household, must abandon our estate. It is because that curse took you from us, leaving in your stead a mindless, bloodthirsty creature. We shall go north to Kavir, if you ever read this letter, which could only mean you have returned to human form. You are to look for us there. For my part, I can only promise each year I will send an envoy who will be tasked with checking in on you, seeing if you are alive, and if so, in what form. Faith that you will once again be my beloved Marlene gives me the strength to live on. Perhaps the curse will not last forever. Perhaps someone will come along you can lift this burden from you. I think I should say who. Farewell, your loving father. How do I crouch though? Presumably the entrance is in the house. There's some more things in The Witcher. It's all very sad. Yep. It's very much a game to not play if you have feelings. It's a game about people with power overreacting. Save the game before I start climbing on the roof again and break my legs and die. Or before Professor Donkey Man starts climbing on the roof again, breaks his legs and dies. I know I've got to look in the house, but I'm just curious if there's anything out here now. Apparently not. Okay. Guess going back into the house. I know it's not going to happen, but I do kind of keep expecting the giant fetus from Donna Beneviento's house and Ori Village to show up, just because that came out of nowhere. And I'm getting similar vibes from the Spoon House. How do I get into the basement?
Right arm bit right
Oh,
off.
okay. See, I see.
Teeth all knocked out. Somebody tried to force feed him.
So I examined the table, not the skeletons.
Broken neck, indentation in the skull's lateral surface, smacked in the head with something heavy. No claw or fang marks. Probably choked to death.
Kind of thought something might happen after I'd examined everything, I'll be honest. Oh, it's that simple. I'm an idiot. Ignore me, chat. Ignore me. Nothing to see here. Just a fool playing a video game. That must have been painful to watch for people who know what to do.
actually does seem like a White's lair. Bit atypical, but still. Cauldron should be somewhere around here. Spoon, pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old.
Hey, that's me after my recent birthday. I'm taking the spoons. My spoons now. More spoons!
Thousands of them here. White's been a collector for years.
I'm walking all over your spoons, White. How does that make you feel? Please? Just want to ignite the torch. Okay. Toss a spoon to your witcher, O valley of stirring. Key required. Grand. It's not the spoon key, is it? Oh, never mind. It's probably this.
Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one.
Imagine if the last spoon I'd picked up was the spoon key. Okay, I've missed the key somewhere. Words of wisdom on beastly curses. Monstrous curses and their description. Introduction. Curses that change a fellow into a monstrous creature have existed since the dawn of time. They have a variety of origins and a variety of effects. It normally happens that a mage or sorceress casts a curse and the spell changes the subject. It doesn't always happen straight away. Sometimes the person who has been cursed changes slowly, bit by bit. It also happens that a normal fellow can cast a curse, someone whose conscience is clear and who has done good in their life. Such a person can acquire power, and thus the aggrieved can place a curse on the evildoer. Such curses are strong and cannot be removed easily. Thus, everything by which human suffering is atoned is long-lasting and painful.
White's obsessed. A real collector. Thoroughbred.
Ah, yes, that ladle has good breeding. Well, more spoons for the collection. Geralt, I can see the toga.
Spoon. Pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old. Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one. White's obsessed. A real collector.
Didn't even see the spoon there. Anyway, apparently the White's Cauldron is not through there. It is this. It is in here somewhere. I feel like Geralt is projecting a bit here because he identifies as a fellow spoon collector. Oh yeah, most definitely.
Spoon. Pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old.
Professor Donkeyman knows what he likes, okay? He likes a good spoon, if you know what I'm saying.
I was looking for. White's not particularly tidy. Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one.
Well, that's the cauldron. So I'm not going to touch that for the moment.
White's obsessed. A real collector. Thoroughbred.
Take that for my spoons. Keep them sharp. Take that for money purposes.
Table set. White, who lives here, is getting ready for some sort of feast. White that lives here, definitely afflicted by a curse, and it's been trying desperately to lift it.
In all fairness, this is a very, this is a well-ventilated living area. Tucson seems pretty warm most of the time, so at least the White is sort of comfortable living here. Right, let's look into the cauldron.
Cauldron's empty, unfortunately. We just need some brew. Afraid he won't get that. No choice but to hide and wait for the saliva glands and their bearer. Need a spot that'll let me observe the cauldron.
Like the wardrobe? I am a genius. Bow down to me. sometime later. One of those cooks, I see. Just throw everything in. Who cares? Leave the kitchen a mess. Leave the dishes everywhere. Not the spoon armor. Don't damage the spoon armor, Geralt. We're lifting this curse if possible. First person view, that's a mood. Or maybe not. It's just the camera dancing.
I'm not gonna hurt you. Wanna help? I've seen the words of the curse on the walls. Think I know how to lift it.
Marlene is scared behind her chair. Let's eat some White's brew.
You tried to bring folk here, convince them to sit at the table with you, right? Well, I'm gonna be your guest now. Your willing guest.
Okay, that's an invitation to sit.
Just need a bit for Regis. And now we'll tend to you. Need to get this right. Words of the curse were, none shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall say to you, never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror.
Yeah, she's scared but she wants company. Hey, it's me! I want to get this right because I feel really bad. So I'm just going to, air quotes, cheat and use the walkthrough. My gut reaction is just, let's eat not using spoons. Yes, that is in fact the right answer.
We can't use spoons. No, that won't work. You've been looking for a spoon that would feed you, but there's no such spoon.
There is no spoon.
To eat without spoons.
How did she get so many spoons? She does seem to understand, it's true.
Open your eyes. You need to see your likeness.
Geralt's just dying over that. Professor Donkeyman's just dying. Yeah, that really must taste like shit. I mean, Professor Donkeyman's veins are all corrupted.
Think it worked. Just not quite like I expected. Need to see what happened to the white. Won't be hard to find given its stench.
I mean, I don't need to. It's entirely optional. I'm going to, but because why wouldn't I? I'm not a monster. Please don't, while I'm on the hunt. Thank you. Oh, Firefox is gone again.
Shh, easy. Not gonna hurt you.
Eat. I must eat.
Human again.
I'll take you someplace safe.
We'll come back for your spoon collection. Hey, who wanted a punch in the feels? Did you, chat? Because I just served you one. I'm happy to know that she'll be all white, though. Finger guns. Call her Bianco sometime later.
So I took her by the hand and led her here. Seemed the only sensible place for her.
You did the right thing, sir. She should...
Apparently cursed for a long time.
Don't worry, sir. I shall see to everything. She is safe here and in good hands. She'll soon be back on her feet.
Might actually take a while. She hadn't eaten anything in over 100 years when I found her.
There we go.
Horrid. Whatever brought this about?
Yeah, it's BB.
Told me her story on the way here. Her name's Marlena. She was once the very beautiful and proud heiress to the Trastamara estate. One evening, when she was holding a banquet for friends, a beggar came to her gate seeking alms. He had a bowl and a spoon with him. He sat outside her fence and waited.
I've heard of the custom. An ancient rite of hospitality that obliges one to give food and drink to such a guest lest he depart hungry. To neglect the custom is to bring great misfortune down upon oneself.
Marlena didn't care a whit for the old customs. She drove the man off, saying she'd rather feed the leftovers from her feast to her dogs than to give the beggar anything. The beggar then broke his spoon, cast a curse. She was beautiful, so he said she'd never wish to look at herself in the mirror again. Since she adored feasts, he swore no one would ever wish to sit and dine with her. And as she even refused him the crumbs from her table, he swore she'd never find a spoon in the world that would sate her hunger.
A harsh punishment. I imagine
he is such a good man. It's just like, yeah,
simple.
just bring this homeless woman into my house, into your house, sir. Yeah, that's fine. I'll deal with it. Don't worry about it. I've got it. It's cool. It's cool.
Curses are tricky. They play on irony. Always got to figure out what the catch
also, the power of a broken spoon.
Had spent decades looking for a way to lift it. Transformed into a wight, she stole spoons and lured folk into her home, trying each time to get them to dine with her. Didn't work.
So what did?
Someone had to sit down and share a meal with her, of their own free will. They had to eat without using spoons, and make her look at her reflection.
That's it? That was all it required?
Simplest solutions are sometimes the last that come to mind. Besides, when you're a wight, it's pretty damn hard to find willing human company for a feast.
He's not wrong.
So. But, most importantly, it is now over. Please, don't worry. She will be in good hands here.
I trust you, BB. I trust you.
Thanks. Gotta get back to my business now. See you soon.
His face all messed up. That's his face. BB is the real hero.
I thank you. So tasty. Oh, so good.
Itchy tasty, perhaps? Well, my buffs are about half gone, so while I'm here, why not replenish them? Also, I've got stuff in my inventory that I want to put in my chest, so I'll do that now. You know what? Out of respect for that knight whose sword I stole, I'm going to keep it in the stash and not do a thing with it. Not gonna do a sausage. Okay, chance to dismember I don't really care about. Bonus experience from monsters, humans and non-humans, and then that's extra gold. Yes! My spoon collection! It grows! Soon there will be nothing I do not have a spoon to eat with. To eat, I don't... You know what? I'm going to stop that sentence right there. It makes no sense. Just in case this... because some of this I think has weight, some of it doesn't. I don't know. Could have sworn when I checked at one point it said some of these books had weight in these letters. Also, they're just in my inventory and I don't want them in there. Unfortunately, it is a very slow process transferring them into my stash. And there's no music, so we get to do this in silence, because that is how all serious, extremely slow, painstaking things are done. I made the Grandmaster Cat Sword, right? Because I don't think, as cool as Arendite is, I don't think I'm going to get to the point where I can get any more stacks on it. Because everything's dying too quickly. Yeah, there it is. Arendite does do more damage, but the Feline Sword gives me extra bonuses to everything else. So I might swap over to the Feline Sword. I'm not going to leave the shovel, obviously, but I might swap over from Arendite to the Grandmaster Feline Sword. However, do I have... Quickly look, that's fine. I need to... need to go back to the rune guy. Oh, Arendite's just too cool. You know what? I'm going to put the Feline Sword back. It's only really an issue if I'm using the Feline Steel Sword as well. So that's a later thing I'll decide to do. Whether or not to do, I should say. For now, I'll leave it as is. Sleep for the buffs. Extra health, extra experience, bombs and potions, extra stamina on Roach. Good. To Beauclair, I wish to sell things. Not many things, obviously, but some things. Cool, Firefox has crashed. Now I can't see chat. Incredible. I just wait for Twitch to reload. Oh, I guess I can run while Twitch is doing its thing.
Little guesses, champion.
All is in order.
Thanks for yelling that when Twitch was loading. I mean, all wasn't in order. My browser crashed. Hey, the fog.
Greetings. I hope your search goes well.
You know what? Yes, it does.
What do you have on offer?
Thank you for asking. What's this? 15%? Sell those. Don't really need them anymore. Yeah, these don't have weight, do they? No, they just kind of hang out. I need to repair things though, please, and thank you. So I have all the Grandmaster swords now, right? Yes. Not steel swords, you fool. Silver swords. Okay, so that's the one I've made. Okay. That sign's all about heavy damage. That makes sense. Medium armor, swords balanced. See, the issue is I want to be using the feline stuff for the set bonuses, but at the same time it means I can't use the shovel.
Farewell.
Good luck on the path.
And I like using the shovel, if I'm being honest. I like the bonk noise it makes. I'm a very simple person when it comes down to it.
You shan't find anything better in all Toussaint.
Indeed, at 3:30 in the morning, I suspect most people would in fact be asleep.
Show me what you got back there.
I mean, I put it to my chat, but I highly suspect I know what the answer would be. I keep the spoons, obviously.
So long.
Right. And then it's this way? Question mark? Yes.
Right and fair. You can't pull one over on me, Witcher.
Reginald Aubry has returned, not to be missed by your...
Not to be missed at 3:30 in the morning. It's just when you... Actually, that is, I guess, a good time to rub a statue's genitalia for good luck.
I can't believe I'm actually doing this.
Still think that's a bit faster than...
Is my head ever spinning after...
Still think that's faster than going downstairs. I'm not going to change 10 gold. 10 whatever it is I've got for crowns. Let's just... I don't know why I backed out of the fast travel menu. Let's just continue. And I will finish this story mission and then we'll go and look at spontaneous profits. Sorry, 1 second. Figured I'd use the loading screen to start making my way back through to the wiki side of things, in case. Can I come in the front door now, Regis? Thank you. Wow,
Think your
Facebook's just
friend's
crashing
hand will
left,
make
right,
for
and
a
centre.
nice broth.
You've clearly honed your sense of humour. But we are not cannibals, Geralt. I took a fragment of tissue from their hand. It will suffice to prepare some resonance.
What did you do with the rest?
I cremated it, as our codex commands. Raven told me you'd acquired the necessary ingredient.
Pretty helpful creatures. Calling them often?
I try not to overdo it, but they can be so useful.
Okay,
As they were
Firefox.
now, when I merely needed to be sure
Calm
I
down.
could arrive in time should things go sour.
Managed fine alone, but thanks for the thought. Gonna need much longer to finish brewing resonance? Mentioned the last ingredient, too. What about that?
That, I fear, might prove troublesome. You see, to use the concoction to summon the memories of one, the solution must contain the blood of another specimen of the same species.
Shouldn't be a problem. I happen to know a higher vampire who should be willing to help. Right, Regis?
It's not that simple, I'm afraid. While you were away, I tried my damnedest to identify a replacement, but, alas, none such exists.
Not sure I understand what the problem is. Can't we just draw some of your blood?
The blood must be in an agitated state. As I'm certain you know, higher vampires can change their corporeal shell. As our flesh changes, so does our blood's chemical composition. To make a long story short, I shall need to induce in myself a state of strong psychokinetic arousal. In brief, madness, rabidity. And that stands to be very, very dangerous.
Sorry, something's going wrong in the background. I'm trying to fix it. Was weird. Sorry about this. It's not actually related to the game. It's just something I need to do because of freaking obsessive brain. Yes, I know I have a file named that.
Dangerous? Why? I mean, you'll still be you, right?
True. But I should be highly agitated, in a state of fury. You know better than I that fury cannot be controlled. If you've ever seen an enraged vampire, you know very well that all who find themselves nearby will be in grave danger.
How will we handle that? I'd rather not have you lunge at me, claws extended.
That makes two of us. But worry not. I've thought it through very thoroughly. Details to follow soon.
Yeah, so in an effort to try and stop Firefox crashing continuously, I was closing stuff out in the background. I realized I had a document open in the background, which I just uploaded. I uploaded to the Sluritian Vault yesterday on DriveThruRPG. You can buy it. It's $5. Adds a couple of subclasses for D&D, whatever. But before I closed it, I noticed an error in it, which I had to fix because my brain would not let me not fix it, if that makes sense. And because I fixed it, now I have to update the file a third time in a day to make sure that people have the correct, the best file I can possibly make. So that's annoying. Anyway, moving on.
All right. So what do you want to do?
We shall visit Tesha Mudna, an ancient vampire estate. There we will find cages suspended in the air. I will enter one, be confined. You will lure beasts there. Beasts you will then kill. The bloodletting should prove profuse. Abundant enough so that the blood scent will drive me mad. Wild.
Tesha Mudna. What's it like?
It is a place of torment. A torture chamber. Long ago, shortly after we'd arrived in this world, one among us named Kagmar developed such a taste and lust for human blood that in one night he could imbibe an entire village. This brought trouble on the entire species. Common folk wearied quickly of living in constant fear. They began to hunt us, seek the aid of mages and witches in tracking us down.
So what? Not like they could ever hope to kill you.
But they were bothersome. Forgive the comparison, but when did you last enjoy mosquitoes buzzing around your head?
That's fair.
In any case, the other vampires decided something had to be done. Kagmar had to be caught and punished. A torture chamber was thus outfitted in the dungeons of Teshamutna. Inside it, a cage made entirely of a special alloy of silver, dalvinite, and meteorite steel. Kagmar was captured and locked in the cage. Sat there over 2 centuries, driven to fury time after time, never able to escape. Thus I know the cage will withstand the fury to which we shall drive my humble being.
Let's go.
See no reason to dawdle. Teshamutna, take me there.
In a moment. Just one last thing.
What was that?
Blood. Oh, the last favor the Raven did me. I've also taken some
not the Raven.
A solution that sharpens one's sense of smell. 1 drop of blood shall smell like a gallon to me now.
You crazy? You're a recovering addict.
Your outrage warms my heart, Geralt. But you must remain calm. I have no choice.
Also, Drive-Thru RPG keeps doing this thing.
As things stand, the die is cast.
Where it deletes my file.
High time we set off for Teshamutna. My head's spinning already, and you're starting to smell quite tasty.
And you're starting to scare me.
Let's make sure that's sorted. Yep. I am so sorry to anyone who buys my community content in the first couple of days. I update it like 3 or 4 times without fail as I find errors. Thanks for the Raven. Now we're gonna kill and eat you.
We have arrived. The sacrificial chamber of torture and torment lies underground.
Sure you know what you're doing?
I can only hope I do. Please, let's go. The longer we delay, the less control I shall have of my faculties. I'd really prefer not to hurt you.
I am unblurred. Mwah! You can see me, should you wish to.
You lead.
Blurred. Blur. Blur. Blur.
Scurvers must be getting close to their feeding ground.
Correct. I told you there'd be danger.
Oh, cool. Apparently, the mobile network I'm in uses 100% renewable energy.
Beyond this wall lies
an ancient vampire dungeon. Seen a lot of things in my time. Nothing quite like this, though.
I feel honored. A man with such a wealth of experience, yet I'm about to show him something new. Now, to open it.
Meetings are done now? Oh, okay. That was shorter than expected.
It's an ancient form of protection against unwanted guests. The mechanism which releases the latch reacts only to a higher vampire's blood.
Tricky mechanisms, a vampire hideout. Fortified, secured. Must have been important to your species once, Toussaint.
It shall always be so. During the conjunction, the gate from our world into this one opened upon this land and no other. This was the first place we saw.
It's a whole thing. Well, I'll probably come down after I've done spontaneous profits.
Human husbandry and care? This for real?
Just because my brain's going. Human husbandry and care. The most important aspect of raising human livestock is to provide the herd with conditions that, on the one hand, guarantee their survival, but on the other hand, do not extend too far beyond the minimum needed for that survival. It should be borne in mind that people are creatures bestowed with great intelligence, or rather, cunning and instincts that allow them to gain as much as possible from their environment. In terms of husbandry, this means humans will always try to obtain more than we give them. It is recommended, therefore, to provide each individual with a place to sleep, a meal twice a day, and permanent access to water. These conditions, which might seem overly luxurious to some, yes, I have a bed, 2 foods, Yes, chat. 2 foods and water literally, well, probably not literally on tap in this technology level, literally on pump or crack in the wall. These conditions, which might seem overly luxurious to some, ensure the optimal production of high-quality hemoglobin. More details on diet in later chapters. Ari, I too love foods. Also essential is access to air, without which humans die within minutes. Very important. Breathing, yes, very important. There is no need to be concerned about the ability for human livestock to multiply in the conditions described above. If they're ensured a minimal existence and male and females are mixed, okay, that's a harem, they will copulate irrespective of whether they are in captivity or not. It is worth mentioning here that there is a school of thought that suggests treating human livestock with greater freedom and care, including providing them with better quality fodder, also known as food, and a certain degree of freedom. This allegedly ensures a greater amount of favourable elements in the blood and makes it tastier. However, it is worth mentioning that this method of husbandry is much more difficult and requires emotional bonding techniques, which will be discussed in the following chapters.
The author observed humans, their behaviour, over the many years he spent breeding them. Morally suspect though it may be, it's a thorough survey of the topic.
Champion of Tesham Mutna. I am he who serves the tribe. Exalted above men, I renounce human weakness. Uplifted above men, I become keeper of my flock. Filled with strength, I turn my sword against the enemies of the tribe. I am master and slave. Oh, you're a switch. I am executor of the will of the tribe. I accept the sword and this armor so I may serve the tribe.
This place. There's evil here.
Is it a good sword while Geralt being broody? Actually, it replaces the spade though. It is a good sword. But it does replace the spade. Also heavy armor. Nah.
Death hangs in the air.
Yes. Great many beings have breathed their last here.
Air is essential for humans to live. It's, you know, the book said so. See, this I'm constant, like, I can forgive games a lot of things, you know, suspension of disbelief and all that. The fuck is holding those bones together? Nothing is the answer to that question. Absolutely nothing is holding that together. That should be a pile of bones at the bottom of the staircase. Why is the door over there? Anyway.
Glyphs are carved into the rock. Coated with blood used to be. They mean something?
They're emblems, symbols of, well, what you would call tribes, dispersed throughout the world after the conjunction. My ancestors placed them here to remind us all where we came from.
Apparently they liked hands.
What's this symbol mean?
It's the symbol of the Tedet, those who went east beyond the Blue Mountains.
Seems your kind assembled a peculiar little library.
Battery cage versus free-range humans. In recent decades, many of us have come to believe that a much more effective way of obtaining good quality human blood than hunting individuals is their systematic controlled husbandry. Apart from the obvious advantages, such as being able to control what the flock eats and the ability to crossbreed specific individuals to obtain offspring with the best hemoglobin, another clear advantage to breeding human flocks is that domesticated humans held in confinement, as opposed to those in their natural habitat, i.e. villages and towns, become less aggressive, and therefore less troublesome. When it comes to farming humans, there are various schools, of which two seem to have gained the widest acceptance in recent times, namely battery cage and free-range husbandry. This thesis describes in detail the advantages and disadvantages, as well as the methods of carrying out each type of breeding. As an introduction, it is worth mentioning the basic differences between both types. Battery cage husbandry, described very accurately and in detail in the book Human Husbandry, is the placing of several male and female individuals in a closed, restricted space with permanent access to air, food, and water. This form of breeding differs from free range in that the flock is not permitted to leave the breeding area and is held captive the entirety of their lives. Free range, on the other hand, involves leaving the flock in its natural habitat, or creating a habitat that simulates it closely, i.e. creating villages, more on which can be found in the chapter Human Villagers Establishing and Growing a Herd, and then making the herd psychologically or physically dependent on its owner. The most effective method for making a human individual dependent is guaranteeing its safety and permanent access to high-quality feed. It is worth adding that a human that trusts its owner does not feel fear, does not defend itself when having its blood drunk, which limits the production of noradrenaline and cortisol, which have a negative impact on the taste of blood. Furthermore, it may happen that a domesticated, free-range human may feel a certain pleasure when its owner drinks its blood, most likely associated with sexual tension, which causes an intensification of the blood's flavour.
Indeed, though I personally did not lay a hand to it.
I mean, I've laid 2 hands on it now.
And this one? Which tribe's this?
Garisham. My tribe, Undead Loves. We both remained in this part of the world.
You're right, Harry. And Rice should calm down. Oh, hello. Is that a... Can I zoom in? Well, I guess I'm adding that to the channel point reward. Firefox, why are you like this? It's just Twitch. It's just Twitch. Stop crashing! Oh my gosh! Wolfbird, human kingfoltest, hair, boring, victorious, the essence of pure beauty. I guess I'll just put death. I think I hate that, and his hair just clips through it. It's just chef kiss. Well, now I can't unsee that, Ari. Thank you for that. I will obviously put Professor Donkeyman back on, but I've added the mask to the roster. Name it Jank. Oh, even better. I will rename it Jank. Fingers crossed that the tab doesn't crash again. YouTube's just like, hey, hurry up. The tab crashed again, by the way. Those of you who are... Firefox just crashed again. Those of you wondering, wanting updates on such things. Oh my god, Firefox. Really? Wow. I have nothing open. I have Chrome open for web captioner. I have OBS open for obvious reasons. And I have one instance of Firefox open. I'm just about to slam my head into my desk, which is awkward because my laptop, which I capture from, is between my head and the desk in a direct line. What the frick frack snickety snack is going on with Firefox today? That's all I want to know. It is super prone to crashing for some reason. Okay, I'm in. Hacker voice. There we go. The channel point reward has been updated to include the Jank mask. Off the top of my head, I can't remember what the boring mask is, so I'm just going to have to check that. I have a mask I've simply called boring. It's not the human mask. What is this mask? Oh, I think it was the ceremonial mask. Anyway, moving on. Yep.
Cells. Who for?
Ah, disgraceful. Excruciatingly so, this particular page from our history. I'd rather not summon the demons of the past if it's all right with you.
Well, they appear to be summoning themselves.
And this one? Which tribe's this?
Garisham. My tribe, Undead Loves. We both remained in this part of the world.
Please? I would like to know more about this glyph game.
Whose is this glyph?
Amaran. They ventured beyond the sea.
Somewhere beyond the sea. Oh, hey, 4 dolls. Heck yeah. That was the Blue Mountains one.
Whose is this glyph?
Amaran. They ventured beyond the sea.
Whoever decided the sound design in this area should constantly have the creaking of an iron door in a place that probably doesn't have a draft. It's amazing. Transcript of a conversation with a lower being. Transcript of a conversation between Master Ezekiel Hildegrad and a human being. EH, who are you? HB, my name is Alex Biscon. EH, why is all your skin trembling? HB, I'm scared, sir. EH, you're scared? I don't understand. HB, you don't know what fear is, sir? EH, no. I have mastered your language, yet some concepts are behind me. What is fear? HB, it's a feeling that destroys every other feeling. It controls your head and your heart. EH, what do you mean? I thought it was a kind of pain. I've carried out tests in my laboratory on people, and I discovered that the mother, subject to appropriate stimuli, is able to forget about her child and think only about how to avoid pain. So fear would be similar to pain? HB, no. Pain rules the body, but fear is born in the heart. EH, ooh yes, what you say is very interesting. I think I'll have to examine your heart in the laboratory. HB, what do you mean, examine? EH, I mean examine. Take it out and subject it to a proper examination. HB, also that HB has a space in front of it. But sir, that will kill me. EH, yes, your mortality is a great inconvenience. But it was not me who created your species. They accidentally did the word there. And I'm not responsible for its excessive frailty. The conversation was carried out in human language, in such it was written down. The transcription does not need translating. Apparently vampires are firm believers in the scientific method. That's the Blue Mountains, the Toadette. I guess that's where we're sticking Regis.
Charming place. But what are all those cages for? Mentioned one vampire being kept here.
Yes, well, you see, humanitarians is something my ancestors were not. They concluded Kagmar would best be punished if he were tormented with the scent of blood he could not taste. Thus, they also kept humans here. Humans whose blood they slowly let. Kagmar ranted and raged in pain as those humans slowly bled to death.
They treated them like livestock. Live bait.
I'd like to be able to turn back time. Deny it, but alas, I can deny that.
Firefox crashed again.
Feel shame for my brethren. That is all I can do.
Don't take it so hard. Nothing you could have done about it. Let's get to work.
Well, that was awkward. Fine. I prepared the bait. Please be so kind and place it. Ideally at the tunnel entrances. The scent will spread most effectively then.
Firefox just keeps crashing. You know what? I'm going to close the browser entirely.
Place the bait at the tunnel entrances.
And reload it.
Monsters will catch its scent more quickly.
When I think how these tunnels got here, send shivers.
It was the natural order of things. The place reeked of death and it attracted necrophages.
Sorry, I just need to pause this while And now my laptop is doing the freaky thing again. Last time this happened, it kept recording, so I'm just going to not do anything. I'm going to wait to see what happens. If it blue screens, I have a problem. If I lose the game audio, I have a problem, because that means OBS has stopped. While I can hear the game audio, I'm hopeful that OBS remains running. My laptop is back. I can't currently see chat, so please bear with me while I check something. I mean, there's a Dell driver that might be the issue, I suppose. Otherwise, I might just stop the stream. Like, save the game and stop the stream. Because I can't stream if I can't see chat. And I don't have an easy way of doing that I'm not convinced won't just result in my laptop crashing or require me to sign into Twitch all over again, which is a whole thing with two-factor authentication. Okay. We appear to be back. Let us continue. Oh, that's nice of Regis to light all the torches for me.
This'll hold. Doesn't look like anything special.
He can't reply, of course, because he's ghost. He's smoke right now. Thank you for lighting those, Regis. Place the bait. The bait, of course, being a gift sub to this channel. It might look like something else, but I assure you it's not. What? Regis being smoke and lighting the torches was a cool touch. I agree.
3 done. 1 left. Think this'll work?
I certainly hope so. The meat stench is so thick, I wager it carries clear to Novigrad.
Well, he did say that they, in the natural form, don't require a body, so. Tell Regis when you're ready to fight. I'm not, but I will. Right, so we're fighting necrophages, so let's apply some necrophage oil, shall we? You know what? Save the game again. I'm missing out on all of this cool XP for you, chat, so I hope you appreciate it.
Bait set. What now?
I shall enter the cage. You must chain me inside. The bars are made of an alloy that will prevent me from transforming into mist.
Kinda thought you wouldn't want to.
I shall be in great pain. My sole thought being to stop that pain. I cannot know what I will do.
His strap's a bit fucked up. Don't worry about it.
We must hurry. The beasts have caught the scent. Also, my head has started spinning.
That the blood?
Someone who's never experienced a vampire's bloodlust does not know the true meaning of thirst.
Going up. I guess. So he's got no leverage with which to escape, essentially. He can wave, though.
Maybe we need a safe word. You know, something you'll say when you can't take it anymore.
And what would you do once I uttered it?
Don't know. Calm you down. Somehow.
Please, girl. You won't be able to. We must forge...
Oh, it's the ghoul that got me, I think. Okay.
Hanging in there.
It grows worse. I shall overcome.
Good.
Okay.
I can hear more coming.
I hate this fight so much. I think I got another stack on my sword, though. So that's cool.
Hold on, I'll let you out.
Oh, I did enough damage, I guess. Rawr. I don't think he needs letting out. Really don't think he needs letting out, Geralt. He's not looking too good. Oh. It's the knife.
Need to hang on a little longer. Blood'll dry in a few hours. Scent won't bother you anymore.
That might be an issue. A few hours later.
Get you out of here.
The concoction.
His blood would be coagulated by now. Thank you, Regis.
You can't finish it in this state. Tell me how. I'll help you.
Again, what is keeping that skeleton together? There would be everything would have rotted away. Back in the cemetery of lounging chairs, or long chairs, sorry.
Any better?
Far from ideal.
Magic.
Some time must pass before I fully recover. But yes, a bit better, thank you.
Never expected it to be like that. You didn't tell me.
We need not discuss it.
But we do. Because if I'd known you were going to subject yourself to torture...
What would you have done?
Found Dettlaff some other way.
I did not wish you to use any other way. Did that occur to you?
No, because I thought no being would ever willingly subject itself to that kind of pain. You vampires aren't any different from us in that regard.
I told you. The pain is my way of paying my debt. The enormous debt I owe Dettlaff.
This doesn't look great.
If I had to do it again, I would, in a heartbeat.
Resonance. It's ready.
Are you certain you followed the formula? The proportions were exact, the brewing time precise. This is important, Geralt. The slightest deviation could cost even a witcher dearly.
Relax. Got some experience brewing potions.
Very well. In that case, let's begin.
This is a really long quest. I guess it's kind of setting up the rest of the expansion, but still. Think of the wonderful XP I'll get from it. It's true. It's very true. I'd get more if I were using the Witcher swords, but you're worth it, chat. You're worth it.
Excuse me. I shall only take a moment.
You jumped the queue, sir.
But Count, sir, you must understand. I've a meeting. The Count...
Sir, you were next. Please, take a seat. This gentleman was here first. Step down or you shall regret it.
Ah, fails to realize he was your friend, Count.
Got a bit of a problem with his hand there.
It was then I ordered him to give up his seat and step off the stand. If only you'd seen his face. We got him good, didn't we, Dettlaff?
I don't know what it said. It was in a fictional language.
And then Mother insisted we buy the mill. Curious, eh?
Well, you have a mill now, so what are you going to do with it? He has a moth brooch pin.
But at least I've a yarn to spin for friends and associates. Forgive me.
I must kill you now. It is a cool brooch. I don't think Deathleaf is healthy. I think he's in a bad place. We got a an Evil Dead situation going on. Is this hand possessed?
Awake at last. You ride like a squirrel caught in a snare. I'd begun to fear they were death throes, that you'd departed.
Sure wasn't pleasant, but it worked.
What did you see?
Delacroix. His death did not come easy. Seems Dettlaff had made friends with him, still killed him, chopped up his corpse, and he was overcome with fury, remorse, cut off the hand that had committed the murder.
Interesting. And entirely unlike the Dettlaff I know. See anything else?
Saw a moment. Delacroix did something selfless. Was kind to Dettlaff. Guess it could have been the start of their friendship.
Oh, Regis is looking better.
Why the uncertainty?
Nothing extraordinary about it. Normal, everyday situation, really. Visions were supposed to issue from strong emotions.
Clearly the situation provoked such emotions in Dettlaff. Keep in mind, he did later murder Delacroix. Killing someone who's grown dear to us, it's bound to elicit strong emotion. Vampires are no different in that regard. Did you see anything else?
I did.
There was something. Showed up twice in the vision. A bootblack stand. Dettlaff first met Delacroix there. Went back after the murder, actually.
Peculiar.
Stand was somewhere in the Port District. And the bootblack acted as if he knew Dettlaff.
That would be even odder. Perhaps we should have a chat with the lad. Though I would expect no breakthroughs.
It's our only lead. I'll go talk to him. Coming with.
I shall join you later if it's no trouble. I don't yet feel strong enough to venture out.
It's all good.
That's fair. Rest up. Be back as soon as I learn anything.
Thank you for what you did, Regis. Really? That's all I get for that? 50 XP? Gosh dang it. Stupid experience throttling. Spoons, though. That was uncalled for. It really was, wasn't it? I said it before, I'll say it again. If you've got too much content in your game that you are throttling experience, put less content in your game. Because that quest took, what, 3 hours to do? I guess here. And all I got was 50 XP. Obviously, I got a huge lore dump as well, so that's nice, but still. Maybe less than that. I did what? I did 3 contracts, so maybe it took 2 hours to do. Oh, well, I guess while I'm here.
The colors I would see on the Duchess banners. Red.
What can I do for you?
Absolutely nothing. Oh, she's back invading personal space again.
I'd like to
By all means.
come by later.
Effort at your service, sir.
Has that woman left yet? Ah, she has. I'm assuming they got her feet out of the bench and everything is better. Oh, I was going to check my sword. Did I get a 9th stack on my blade? I got a 10th stack on my blade. Heck yeah. They did an extraction in the bank. Again, if you're wondering about the sword, it's Excalibur, so I'm using it.
How is it the Duchessa does not fear him as well?
Please, let me through. Right. Save the game. Talk to the Smeagol Circus. Are you Smeagol Circus?
Wipe your boots before you take another step. Don't slurp your food. Don't eat with your hands. Don't pick your teeth with your knife.
How am I supposed to hold my cutlery?
I'm just jesting. You, sir, clearly were not born in a barn. Welcome to the pheasantry. The best auberge in all the Dutch.
Well, that was an unpheasant welcome. You can laugh, please, now?
Spoon like this. When you set a place, where's it go?
My oh my. It seems rather a fanciful bouillon spoon. Or a key of some sort.
It's not bouillon.
There's a note here.
Yeah, note led me here. Any idea what the key might open?
Never seen it before.
Boom!
But you might search the cellars. The previous owner left all sorts of knickknacks there.
See you later.
Eat, drink, and be merry.
Don't worry, chat. I haven't thought any of these jokes really warrant going in the stupid jokes playlist. Like, they've been bad, but they've not been truly terrible. So they're only being recorded for posterity once. Oh. I don't need any of this stuff. Oh, there we go. I'll take that though. Smeagol Louis Circus's cookbook. Book contains hundreds of recipes, but instead of the recipe for Beauclarois rabbit on the last page, there are only a few chaotically written lines. Lebioda's weeping wounds. I scoured dozens of elven manuscripts. Hey, did you read The Lusty Argonian Maid? I've heard it's pretty good. And at last I found it. I know now what the spoon key I purchased at the auction unlocks. It is nothing else but the key to the legendary studio of Ramses Gorthon, the elven priest of the goddess Danamebi, whose culinary masterpieces remain unmatched by even the best of our modern chefs. If I can find the ruins of this temple, said to be somewhere in the Beauclair forest, I'll find all of his legendary recipes. Not to mention the other priceless treasures this Grand Master Chef must have kept in the kitchen where he perfected his art. The rest of the page covered with a large greasy stain. However, as she's a woman with a job and an establishment to look after, I will not steal everything from her. Thank you. You just... Okay, she's just lounging there. Cool.
Oh.
I need a fast travel point, and I think there's one this way.
All is in order.
No one asked, but I mean, I guess it's kind of his job.
Twisty Twitter,
I hate that noise so much. Thank you for putting in this game. Oops, nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Suggested level 35, checks level is 48. Spontaneous profits. Wow, that's a far from any fast travel point. Win horses to get better gear for your horse. I can't, I won them all. Humble brag.
I've lots to do before it gets dark.
No one actually asked, but thank you for telling me. Meh, I'm a sheep. Beep, beep, I'm a sheep said beep, beep, I'm a sheep. Shout out to Asduff movie. Or...
that stench.
That one person in the comment section of one of the webcomics Angel reads, beep, beep, I'm a yeetless jeep. I like to rag on this game, but it is pretty. Well, Tucson's pretty at least. Ooh, that's pretty cool. Broken Tree. It's a pretty game. It's not perhaps the stablest of games, or the most well programmed, but it's pretty. Especially considering it's 5 years old. Okay. Guess I'll go in here. I have unlocked it with my spoon key. Or my key spoon? I'm not sure which way around it is. Was it a key first or a spoon? Recipe for étoile blanche pasta. Ramses Gauthon. I've just realised the name. Jesus Christ, that took me a long time to figure out the joke. Ramses Gauthon, or Gordon Ramsay. For étoile blanche pasta, ingredients: 1 hearty scoop of thick yogurt, preferably Gameren style. Very chicken/egg. 1 handful of chanterelle, 1 glass of red wine, semi-dry, 1 turkey breast, tagliatelle pasta to taste, 6 cherry tomatoes, 1 bunch of irregular, 1 Zeracanian bouquet garni, the kind of exotic herbs and spices. Not just any bouquet garni. Not just any bouquet garni, the kind with exotic herbs and spices. Done in olive oil, 1 small bowl of ricotta, salt and pepper, 2 cloves of garlic. I love the fact that this is a fantasy world that has Italian in it. Rub the turkey breast with salt, then immerse in a marinade made of the yogurt, Zeracanian bouquet, and crushed garlic. Leave in a cool place for at least 2 hours. Boil the chanterelle till they are soft, but don't make jam out of them. Remember, al dente, you fool, because you don't want mushroom jam. Prepare the tagliatelle in the same way. If you make mush here, you might as well hang up your apron for you're no chef. Once the turkey's taken on the bouquet's fragrance, throw it in a pan with the heated olive oil. Pour in the wine. Once it's boiled off, toss in the pasta. Let it fry for a bit. Cut the cherry tomatoes in half, then add them to the noodles. It's pasta though, it's not a noodle. Give it all a good peppering. Add 2 tablespoons of ricotta. Mix thoroughly. Plate the dish and decorate with the irregular. This game has a lot of jokes and then goes straight from joke to something heart-crushingly sad. Yes, it does. Honey spice cake recipe. Ingredients: 3 cups raw buckwheat honey, 4 cups of spelt flour, 1 pat of butter, Zeracanian spices to taste, 3 eggs, half a cup of cow's milk, 1 pinch of rock salt. I actually kind of want to make this recipe, see if it works. Heat the milk, honey and butter into simmer over a low flame, then let cool until lukewarm. Add flour, eggs and salt, work vigorously until light and very sticky, then put in a clay pot. Cover with a cloth, leave in the cellar for a few days. Before baking, take from the cellar and leave in a warm place. Split into 3 equal parts and work each with a rolling pin. Bake each part separately in a hot oven for 20 minutes. Tastes great with plum marmalade. Oh god, that's plum marmalade. Just give me the plum marmalade. I mean, honey spice cake sounds delicious, but the plum marmalade. Crayfish boil recipe. Recipe for Ramses Gauthon's signature crayfish boil. Ingredients: 1 full net of crayfish, salt, pepper, bay leaf, and dill. Is this, without even reading the recipe, is this just going to be put crayfish in water, add herbs, and boil? Boil water in a large pot. Add salt, pepper, and bay leaf. Chop dill and add to give added freshness. All this talk of foods make you stupidly hungry. Well, it is dinner time for us, so as I said, I'm going to do this quest and then wrap up, and I've done this quest. When water reaches a rolling boil, okay, it's doing its Autobot impersonation. Add crayfish, alive, boil for 20 minutes until they turn bright red. Yes, that is literally the recipe. Remove pot from heat, leave it in a cold place for a few hours while the crayfish absorb the flavours. Best served warm with a dry white wine. Well, this dead elf master chef's not going to need anything else, so I'm just going to take everything. So we went from a reference to Andy Serkis to stealing from Elvin Gordon Ramsay. Cool. Internal consistency might have been nice, but cool.
What? Lost your nerve?
Okay, so she can't be interrupted during that, I guess. Gordon Ramsay's never been an elf, though. Nope. I like how the Banshee screams as she dies. Which, you know, taken out of context, that's a very ominous thing to say, so I regret saying that immediately. Be cool. Be cool. Just going to fast travel to the next objective and then wrap up. I mean, I could do the wrap up while I'm running, I suppose. Thank you everyone for watching. I really appreciate it. Hopefully you've enjoyed. If you've been lurking or chatting, whatever, all of the support is gratefully appreciated. I should be back tomorrow with more of this. Hopefully the rest of the plot missions don't take like 2 hours each, because that's still 20 hours of content, which, you know, I'm not complaining about content, but I am looking forward to playing, you know, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Where did that fast travel point go? That's the wrong button. And I ran past it. Gosh dang it. As I have said a couple of times, I would like to finish this game this year. It's been long enough, I feel. Spreading 150 plus hours out over 2 years. Nearly 2 years. That it's time to move on. It's time to start another long story-driven game, which, as I've mentioned, will be Disco Elysium, and I will play an absolute disaster of a human being in that, because, you know, I can. So, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Thank you for thanking me for streaming. I have nothing else to say. I'm just going to check to see if the users in chat agrees with the view count. It kind of does. Okay. Also, bless you, Miss Strumpet. Bless you. So, not really enough people to warrant worrying about raiding someone. So I will leave you be without telling you who to look at or who to watch on Twitch. There's the compulsive double save. You know what? Let's go for a compulsive triple save. I can't. Just kidding.
Life there can be quite dear.
I thought she was going to say something very philosophical. Thank you everyone for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you've enjoyed. Have a wonderful time of day wherever you are in the world, and I look forward to streaming tomorrow. From me to your loved ones, please do stay safe. Please do stay healthy. Please do stay wholesome. And please, as I've taken to saying recently, give your pets a pet from me. I'll see you around.